Turn mine on still. As soon as I got in.
I've got it on, but it's just not that strong. Let me just turn it all the way up.
Hey, but yo, what's good, beautiful people? It's your boy Baba J.
Come on.
And we are back live today with a match review. This is F, Mystic Frank in the building.
Oh man, that's the 2026 name going forward. Mystic Frank in the building. Let's go.
What's mystical about you?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I think I make a couple interesting shouts. More than not, I'm correct, man. You know,
Do you reckon?
Yeah, man. It's a little thing that's been going on for a minute, but now I'm sticking to it, man. Mystic Frank, let's go.
I hear it still. Do you reckon there's a few things that you are correct about today?
In
general,
it's like statements I've made. They're following through, innit?
We're seeing it play out in real life.
Yeah, obviously. In what's the word? In sequence, in game sequence, I'm sure that's how we're gonna go about it. That result, do you know what I'm saying, didn't surprise me too much because of what I predicted, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
I heard it still. Are you at home?
Yeah, I'm at home, bro.
Okay, it's still nice. Still looking like a hotel and that.
Oh, appreciate it. Bloody hell, man. Appreciate it, man.
Come on. But so yeah, you are right, man. I think the best way to look at this is from a holistic point of view. And then we'll delve into each game kind of simultaneously, because there's a lot going on right now. And we can look at things on like a individual game by game basis, but I feel like we've also seen enough of the season play out to start having some real serious conversations, not just from an Arsenal point of view, but from everybody's point of view.
Yep.
Literally.
For sure.
So let's go into this with the early kickoff.
Yes, the Manny derby, Manchester derby.
Exactly. And there was a crazy backdrop going into this game. Less so for for both teams, because Man City have been on a bit of a bad run of form. Their main prolific striker doesn't seem to be firing at the moment. They've had several injuries in their backline, which they're calling a crisis. And yeah, things are just looking a bit strange. But on the flip side, they have also made some interesting signings. Ones that have shaken up the league, you know, in Antoine Semenyo and of course Mark Guéhi, who has he taken a picture holding up the shirt yet?
No, he hasn't, because even when I was on FPL this morning, I was waiting for his thing, not to show Palace or show something. It just said 25% chance he'll play because of personal reasons. So that obviously means, do you know what I'm saying? And obviously when we do delve into his to-be former club, his manager had a lot of interesting things to say, but obviously we'll get there. But no, he hasn't held up the shirt yet.
So, but either way, we've had the here we go for both of them. Semenyo's already in and he's already started firing. And then from the Manchester United point of view, of course, they've sacked their manager, their apparent beloved manager, Ruben Amorim. And for the past week or two, Man United have stolen all of the headlines because it just seems like there's chaos going on over there. Between the manager sacking, the performances, the infighting, the ex-players and their comments, like the backdrop around Manchester United wasn't looking very positive going into this game. But I guess the one silver lining was that they had actually made an appointment for Carrick, who I guess are they labeling him an interim caretaker? I can't even keep up these days.
It's interim.
Okay. So that means he'll be in charge until the end of the season.
Until the end of the season, yeah.
Cool. So I guess that is some form of stability for a club as chaotic as Manchester United. And, you know, we don't know what he's really about as a manager. But we do know that he has consulted the higher-ups, the likes of Sir Alex, you know, and they've spoken about this Manchester United DNA. Which I think is a perfect segue into the game.
Of course, absolutely.
So you watched the game in full. I didn't actually watch the game in full. I watched the highlights because I was out all day. So you give your breakdown on the game from your point of view.
It was a game. It was a game. Still, it lived up to, do Do you know what I'm saying? What it is, what it says on the tin. Manchester derby. Going into it, you don't know what to expect in it. Like, no one, I am personally not aware of like Carrick's philosophy. I feel like maybe Mex may know as Carrick being a former United player. They started well. They started like a house on fire. Maguire hits the bar in the first 8 minutes of the game. Should have scored.
Oh, with the header.
Yeah, with the header.
I saw that. That looked like a bullet header still.
It was, do you know what? It was like in the 6-yard box, but do you know what I mean? Maguire was like Gabriel, you know what I mean? When they're going for something, Ain't no one stopping them. And then they scored 2 offside goals in the first half. Do you know what I'm saying? And they were both close. It was like similar to, obviously, you see what Barcelona got going on, playing on the edge. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the football was good. It was fluid. Kobe and Fernandez starting. Refreshing to see quality players. Like Fernandez today. You know, Fernandez is one of them players, yeah? Because he operates at such a high level, it's easy to let these performances go over your head. But the guy is, you know, like, he's proper, man. He's such a good footballer, to say the least. A lot of things were going through him. In Buemo and Ahmad back, which adds strength to United. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And Maguire. I ain't seen Maguire for a minute. And Lisandro.
He's been injured. I think they said this was Maguire's first start since November.
Bro, I was surprised because I knew Lisandro was starting, obviously, because of the podcast with Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes and that. So
I heard about that. I don't know what happened, but I heard about that.
Oh, so basically, I think they have their own podcast now, and I don't think it's supported by any major TV network, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
And they were basically just busting jokes. It was the same episode, I believe, where they were insulting Arteta and saying that he's annoying, and that his trousers, that's the one thing they don't like about him. His trousers are too tight or whatever, and it irritates them. Bro, getting onto Arteta for stupidity like that. But then in that same, so disingenuous. But they also said that they're worried about Manchester United's backline. They don't feel like the likes of Heaven and Lisandro Martinez will be able to cope with Erling Haaland. And that although Heaven's been good, they feel like Erling Haaland would literally pick up Martinez and carry him basically like a child, like a toddler.
Were they not proven wrong today, boy?
Yuck.
Were they not proven wrong today? Yeah. First half, as I was saying, United were on it. It was one of them ones. The pessimist inside you would have led you to believe that they should have taken their chances. Do you know what I mean? Because the second half, City are gonna come out. I personally wasn't on that. Like, I remember what I showed you in the chat. I did that at half time because even what I said, I felt like, I think I said this like 3 games ago. City, I can see City going on a bad run. They're not moving me. They haven't really moved me. They're also in a transitional period, to be fair to them. Do you know what I'm saying? On paper, it looks good, but in reality, there's a lot of like chemistry that needs to be built. Like Semenyo, 3rd top scorer in the league, Haaland 1st. It should work, but obviously it's going to take a bit of time. But in the Prem, as you know, time's a luxury that not everyone gets.
Absolutely.
You know, whereas with United, it's the new manager bounce, isn't it? The new manager bounce. And
obviously there's also been a tactical change as well, because before Amarim was keeping Kobe Mainoo out of the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Under the pretenses that him, Bruno, and Casemiro can't all play together. And a lot of United fans were buying into that. We have a friend who's coming on this episode in a second, who did buy into that. And we saw Kobe play in that same midfield. Was it not against who was it in the FA Cup? Brighton, yeah, and they got moved to. So I don't know whether that is a damnation on Man City or whether it's, we should give credit to Carrick and look into this new manager bounce thing. Or do you really feel like the system and the way that they set up today had a massive impact on this performance?
A bit, yeah. But obviously the fact that it's a derby counts for stuff as well, which is why we can't really look too much into this result. It was a very good performance. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's easy to be up for these games, isn't it? It's the consistency afterwards. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is why there's a lot of debate. You know how it goes. Tell Carrick to sign it now. Sign it. It's just been one.
Are they already saying that?
Obviously, people. And not that I've heard, but I wouldn't be surprised if I heard that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Come, bro. It will come. Let them put in one, bro. You saw how they were acting after they beat us at what's called Old Trafford earlier in the season. So you're confused because they didn't beat us, but that's how they were acting.
Oh, what?
That's how they were acting, bro. Like, we know that Man United fans are easily excited now because obviously they're feeding off breadcrumbs in it, but
they ain't got nothing to hold on to. I get it.
But we have to. Today's a day where we can't say that they can't be happy because it's a derby, number one.
They played beautiful, man.
And at the end of the day, they played well.
Played very well.
It's a bit of a beginning, a new beginning for them. Obviously, with Carrick coming in, and it's a breath of fresh air stylistically, and it's against one of the better teams in the league. Whether you want to criticize City or not, numbers don't lie in it.
Yeah, of course, for sure.
You know, so you have to give Man United credit today, still.
Definitely.
But from the Manchester City point of view, what are you thinking, boy? Well, a lot of people, because one thing I didn't watch the game, but on my way home, I was listening to some of the Man City fans watch along because I like to see sometimes live how they're feeling in the moment.
Well, what would you get,
bro? From minute 30, one of the Man City fans basically was saying that he's at the point already that he's willing to say, "I'll take a draw." 30 minutes into the game, bro.
You know, take this in here, pause. United had the ball in the back of the net 5 times. United hit the woodwork twice. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro.
And it's no fluke. It's no fluke what was happening. They were playing. Bruno was feeding. That's just. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
was he dropping deep?
Was he dropping deep? Not really. There was no. He wasn't, because that's where Maino was and Casemiro and deep are ball playing midfielders as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So Fernandes had no reason to drop deep.
Yeah, they were finding him.
He was where it mattered, and he was killing. It's like 9 out of 10 times, 9.5 out of 10 times he's playing the right pass. Do you know what I'm saying? So, which is how the I don't know if you've seen the highlights. Which
the
first goal came.
But the first goal was nasty work, bro.
It was just he just held it. He waited for the defender to do that slap, boom, straight into the path. And Mbeumo don't need to take a touch,
bro. But that's the thing. That's why I rate. Obviously, a lot of people have criticized Man United strikers in recent times. Obviously, Højlund. Who else was there? Sesko's obviously been in there this season. Yeah,
Sesko's still a bit too early, but Shirky. I still Shirky, you know, Xerxes. Sorry,
yeah.
Personally, I think the Højlund one was a bit harsh, but I get what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's not harsh, bro. It's Man United, bro.
Do you know what I mean? But I think it was, man. The guy, how old was the guy? 21, but let's not get into that too much.
Yeah, like, but so the reason why I'm bringing up the striker thing is because I feel like I was surprised when I saw Mbeumo starting up front, but really? How come? Well, have they started him up front this season?
I would be lying if I said I know, but because I know he up front, I wasn't surprised. Say that again.
I don't think they have, and if they have, they haven't done it many times.
Where does he play?
On the right.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Because Sesko's been playing up front, bro.
Yeah, but Sesko hasn't been playing all games because I know Sesko hasn't been fit all season.
So if it ain't Sesko, then I'm sure they've been playing. Is it Cunha up there?
No, do you know what they've been doing? Yeah, I think they've been doing the false 9 thing, right? You see, United is one of the teams in the Prem. I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot just because of how bored.
Absolutely, yeah, they're media. There's no reason to watch them this season.
I do remember like Cunha and Mbeumo and then Mount doing the false 9 thing. That's what, or Bruno. That's what I do remember.
Let me just look at some of their last few fixtures.
But you're gonna have to look before. Remember, he's been at AFCON, isn't it?
Yeah, so I look from November, December.
But he's very, very, very capable. Very capable. I'm quick to remind people this is someone that got 20 Prem goals last year. So as long as you play him anywhere in the final third, the guy is doing bits, because even the first goal today was on his left side. He's not cutting it.
Yeah, bro. It was an instinctive finish, and I think that's the point I'm basically trying to make, is that I feel like they've got better quality up there with a player like him, because he's technically sound and he's decisive. And I think for me, those are two qualities that you look for in a striker that has the potential to be devastating. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's yet to be tested in different game states. I feel like Man City today, one thing I noticed, even just from watching the highlights, is how high their line was and how open they looked. And I'm looking at the back line that they played, and I'm thinking, like, that's another thing. Man City fans are crashing out on Rico Lewis. Crashing out, bro. They're basically saying he's not Man City level. He's not Man City level. That's what they're saying.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's there's two things in it. You can get onto someone when they're not playing in a position that favors their ability, because Rico Lewis has a lot of ability, but as a right back in this modern day era, he's not cutting it. But he's another one. He's another midfielder that's back now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of this, so he's actually not a right back. So he's always going to look a bit suspect.
Yeah, it's the Skelly thing.
It's the Skelly thing. It's the Nico O'Reilly thing. Do you know what I mean? The list goes on.
Yeah. So then, but that brings me on to the next point that they were making, is that a lot of them are actually blaming Pep for today, in saying that they were out coached, number one, and number two, how have they ended up in a situation where they have Rico Lewis playing right back for Manchester City, bearing in mind how important a player like Kyle Walker was for Man City in previous title runs?
You know what? Yeah, obviously with Rico Lewis, I'm not gonna dive into the slander, because it's usually Nunez that plays right back.
Yeah, but they're saying that neither one of them is good enough.
Yeah, but Nunez has been good. But this is what fans do: one loss, and then it's like, you know what I mean. But Nunez has been good. So
good.
He has been good, bro. He has. The reason why Arsenal fans haven't been able to breathe is because of Man City, and he's been part of that Man City team.
Yeah, fair.
Consistently, it's just because I don't know if he's injured, but I do know they have Champions League in the week. So rotation is, do you know what I'm saying? It's a thing. It's and before this game, looking at the lineup, no one would have really said anything, because if you deep it, it was Dorgu playing left mid.
Yeah.
So Dorgu
was crashing on them still.
Exactly, but no one would have expected that. And on paper, Rico Lewis v Dorgu, Rico Lewis has got much more Prem experience. He's a Premier League winner. Dorgu's a novice in comparison, and he's been played so many positions. So it's just one of them ones where the levels were raised by him. Do you know what I'm saying? It's more maybe because this City is not surprising me, because I don't really expect as much as everyone else, because I know what they're going through. You can't lose people like De Bruyne. Who have they lost this? Who else have they lost?
De Bruyne.
Their centre. You lose Guardiola.
Yeah, he's a big player for them still.
Big player. He's that defender that gets goals for no reason. You know, Guardiola scored bare goals that crushed me, because we've always been beefing them. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So
but what you're saying is very logical, yeah. But I said this on TikTok the other day. There's certain teams in the league that don't get to make excuses. Do you understand? And people have said this to Arsenal fans for the longest time. And it's something that we don't always like to hear, but it's very true. When you're going for the title, you can't make excuses. Whether you've got 5, 6, 7 players injured, no matter what kind of luck you have to find a way in it. And squad depth has probably been one of the things that's held us back over all of these years. Whereas Man City have always had that luxury. And this is where I like to talk about Man City's spending over the past 2-3 seasons, and their strategy of bringing in players. It hasn't been as good as it has been in previous iterations under Pep, because I'm looking at the rotation. Iterations.
Yeah, just when I asked you for that word in the chat, just
say nothing, bro. But yeah, like it hasn't been as good. Like when you look at the rotation options of Rico Lewis and Nunez at right back, that's poor. Compare that to Arsenal, Timber, Ben White. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And then even on the left, we've got Calafiori and Hincapié before we have the likes of a Miles Lewis-Skelly. So it is a bit strange. And obviously they've brought in some reinforcements, and that even adds on to the point. It's like, how much money have you lot spent for us to still be sitting here complaining about this player being out, that player being out? You should be able to beat Man City if you're going to be a serious team. I mean, Man United. And I know it's not a luxury. This is another point that I'm going to get into. I don't know whether now is the right time yet. but I'll tease it. One of the main conversations I want to have with this conversation is, holistically, I feel like the Prem this season truly is the most competitive it's ever been, and not one single game is a given. You have to earn every single win in this league. Being the best team or being the better team does not guarantee a win in this season. You have to genuinely earn every win, no matter who you are.
Absolutely.
And today was an example of that, because you said it yourself. Oh yeah, it's just Dorgu playing there. Like, we could play Rico Lewis, but can you though?
Can you though?
Like, can you? It's scary out here, bro. Like, even today, we'll get into the Arsenal game. Oh yeah, you should be able to play Noni and Martinelli in this, but can you though?
Mm.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Of course.
It's looking scary. But okay, anything else on City that you want to speak about? Because there's another angle that we could go into, which is the signings that have come in and the people that they're replacing, and also the people that are meant to be the leaders in this team, the likes of Bernardo Silva, the likes of Foden, the likes of Rodri. What's going on with that? And Haaland, what's going on with that?
Okay, cool. So sustainability. That's a word I've heard a lot this season. Obviously, Haaland was scoring a lot of goals initially, like early on in the season, and it was like he's gonna have a dry. Well, because he's a freak, you know what I mean. Even saying dry spell in the same sentence as Haaland may seem a bit unrealistic, but it was gonna happen, and it's like for lack of a better term, I don't want to say backup dancers because it's a bit, you know what I mean, derogatory, but do you know what I mean?
The supporting cast.
Supporting cast, perfect. They were gonna have to stand up, which is why Semenyo was a sign where I was like, damn, you know what I mean? This is foolproof. We know Premier League, and he's been good. He was decent.
Yeah.
He weren't bad
Can't
today.
ask for much more.
Yeah, he weren't bad today, but it's like players like Doku. I remember there was a period this season where people were calling Doku the best winger in the league just because he's cutting a score against Liverpool. Like, come on, what are we doing there? You know what I mean? So it's like he's after that moment, after that goal. I don't know what Doku's done. Obviously, remind me if I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, again, I always like to take a lot of my insights from Man City, because we haven't been watching a lot of Man United, but I've been watching a lot of City. I've been hate watching them pretty much every single game apart from today. And in my opinion, and also according to Man City fans, they're looking at this being one of Doku's better runs in a Man City shirt. And it's not just because of his output, because his output hasn't been fantastic, but they just feel like he's been consistent in terms of affecting the game and helping them look dangerous. And I've seen it myself. Like when Doku's on the pitch, he is their threat. He's the one where it's like, give him the ball, and that's your most likely opportunity of something happening. Or Cherki, of course. Cherki has also carried some of that burden. And when it comes to providing those clutch moments, Reinders has been there.
Yeah.
In the season that Haaland hasn't been firing, in it.
Yeah, Reinders is probably Reinders after Haaland.
Yeah.
It's probably been the one that's produced clutch moments as well as Cherki. But no, you do raise a good point, because with Doku, even if he's not getting the GNAs, he's causing a lot of issues that's gonna go in a different area. But today it was like you got Dallo on a yellow card very early, a contentious yellow card that people are saying should be. You ask me, I think it's an orange. I understand why he didn't get sent off.
Yeah, same.
The contact wasn't as
it wasn't clean. It was like a scrape, a brush.
Or it wasn't intentional. It's just Doku's just very quick in it, unfortunately. Trick. But some days you just need to put the ball in the onion bag, man, or affect it, because it's like Haaland today didn't get a sniff. Haaland didn't get a sniff in the first half. He didn't do anything. His two shots were both deflected. Even the second one was like a who else? Foden, non-existent. I can't remember if anything Foden done today.
So did Cherki start?
No, he didn't.
He hasn't started. He didn't start last game either, did he?
No, he didn't. Which is why I was pretty sure he would start today. But I think because of the introduction of Semenyo, Pep's still trying to work out how he's gonna. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'd probably say from a logical standpoint. But
Yeah, man. Yeah. As for City, yeah, man. The L today didn't surprise me. Didn't.
So what does this tell you about City within the context of the title race?
It's only PTSD and trauma that's worrying us. We're good, personally. Yeah. That's me. That's me, though, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I have to stand on my own 2 feet. That's me personally.
Yeah.
Or like, obviously, if we're talking about title race, I know Villa played tomorrow, but I feel like Villa should be paid a bit more respect than they are.
I agree.
It's like week in, week out. Obviously, I don't know how you want to do it. I don't know when you're going to segue onto the Arsenal game. I don't want to talk about it too much until we get there. But it's like a thing where, obviously, with your title contenders, regardless of how you thought after a result or whatever, did you get more points than them this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? That's how you gauge it. But then obviously it's Arsenal City. People are talking Arsenal City. Villa are right there.
Yeah.
Villa, it's a sandwich now.
Yeah, agreed, man. And I think, I was literally going to segue into the Arsenal game, because I think let's stick within the context of the title race, and then we'll go into the other situations that's going on. So I made a prediction before this game, and I said I'm expecting a 3-0. I looked through all of the data, the stats. I saw that Nottingham Forest have conceded a ridiculous amount of goals this season. They already conceded the same amount of goals this season as they did in the whole of last season. Their home form has been horrible. I think they've only won 2 games at home, and one of them was the opening day of the season.
I heard the commentator say they've lost 6 games at home already this season.
Do you get it? So I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at the record between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest in recent times. I believe we've won our last 3. If not, we might have drawn 1, but I believe we won our last 3. And Arteta's won 18 matches against Sean Dyche, apparently, in total.
What?
That's what no. That might have been.
Arteta hasn't been managing that. Or if that means what? 18?
Hold on, let me go and get the actual stat, because I most definitely reacted to this before the game.
I did think we would win, but because City dropped points, I was like, the worst we can do is draw. Even though I thought it was like unrealistic, I did see a doubt. I did see 3 points, but I was like, worst case scenario, as long as we don't lose, because we make, you know what I mean? The gap's still stretched and the game is gone. The game's gone. I mean, another game's gone and another point's gained. That's how.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a contrarian here, but I'm also reflecting how I really, really felt, watching this game. First half, obviously, I was still on the move when I was trying to watch that, so I couldn't really focus. But one thing I've noticed about Arsenal this season is that we haven't been having fantastic first halves. A lot of games, it feels like the first half just kind of goes by, and then our most effective period in the game is from like 45 minutes to like 70 minutes. And then it's in that period where we either choose to kill off the game, or we choose to, score a couple, but maybe not completely kill off the game. And then it's up to the defense to help us see the game out. That seems to be the pattern of Arsenal this season, in a lot of fixtures. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I hate it when it happens, because in my opinion, I'm thinking, well, there's spells in the game where Nottingham Forest are looking good on the ball, but they're not threatening our goal whatsoever. But what are we doing with the ball? What opportunities are we creating? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it didn't feel like we was doing enough. It felt like the game went by us fairly quickly. And that is one of my first frustrations, is same way City fans are putting a percentage of the blame of that result on Man City, on Pep, I have to also put a percentage of the blame on Arteta. Because for me, if you're going to choose a game to rotate, it's Inter Milan. For me. Would you agree?
With what point specifically? The rotation point?
The rotation of Noni Madueke in for Saka and Martinelli in for Trossard.
Remind me, who did we play last? We played Chelsea. Who started against Chelsea?
Saka and Martinelli.
Oh, Saka and Martinelli both started.
No, Trossard started, I believe.
I believe so as well.
Yeah, I think Trossard started.
I remember saying to myself after the hat trick, the guy didn't get a start. Cool.
Yeah, it was Trossard. It was Trossard.
Do you know what? Yeah. What's the question you asked me? Do I agree?
Do you agree with the fact that the rotation should have been saved for the Inter Milan game?
You know what? Yeah. I don't see it as rotation. Obviously, I know Saka's a first team. I don't think I'm trying to be quirky. Given previous performances, Saka it's fair to say Saka with Saka's competition, he doesn't deserve to start. I'd say it's not a given. Sorry, it's not a given. So if Noni's gonna come in, who has been as good when he started games as well,
not as good,
in his own right, shall I say?
He's been effective enough to justify his rotation within the team. He's earned the opportunity to start today, in my opinion.
Exactly.
I agree with that. But my thing is that you as a manager, you have to take things into your control.
But can I quickly
go on, of course.
What do you know? What? Yeah, you know what? This is why. Yeah, I can't get onto managers, innit? Because my thing is face value on the pitch, bro. Obviously, I know you was driving in the first half. Mm-hmm. Martinelli's miss, right?
Yeah.
Is that the manager's fault though? Who created that? That was a Noni shot, I believe, right? It was. I think it was a Noni shot because there was a left foot player that's drilled it in, or was it right?
It came across the box. I just remember it came across the box. I don't think it was even meant for him. Yeah, it was definitely a shot.
It wasn't, but it's like those are the moments. It's like you can't like. It's like obviously he didn't miss on purpose, but it's like, fam, those are the moments. Those are the intricate moments.
I agree, but this is my thing: is that when I say that the game went by us quickly. Part of that is the fact that we're relying on moments. Does that make sense? When you have like, I shouldn't be looking back at a game and thinking, oh, this one chance that Martinelli had, he should have converted it.
I get you.
For me, it should be the type of game, like for us to really say we controlled the game and deserve to win, we have to be imposing ourselves on that game, and we have to be creating multiple chances where we're putting their goalkeeper in, Sells in the second half. For me, when Saka came on in particular, that's when we started really testing him.
Well, you know what you just said? We did the first thing. We did impose our game. We did that, but we just weren't creating chances. You know, it was one of them ones. It was one of them ones where Odegaard's on the ball for a bit longer than he needs to be. Mm-hmm. No space. Obviously, we have to credit Forest because they still have the same players, the majority of the same players that had such a good defensive record last season. Mm-hmm. Obviously, unfortunately, it's against us because I know for the majority of the season, they haven't been levels. They're 16th, I believe. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're a relegation scrap. Mm-hmm. But it's just one of them days. It was such an awkward game. I couldn't even see. The way the camera was set on the pitch was just even annoying me as well. A lot
of things just weren't right. But why I'm not willing to let this point go, about the lineup is because, like I said, that first half just went by too quickly. And you could tell that he knew that. Because as soon as halftime, how many times this season has Arteta made a halftime substitution?
I believe a couple times.
A couple times, yeah, because he's been a bit more proactive than he usually does. But I could say in all the games we played this season, I could probably think of 3 times, including today, where he's made halftime substitutions.
Yeah.
He's also made some early substitutions, which he did in this game as well. But for me, that is the sign of a manager who knows that time is ticking. Yeah. We're not creating enough opportunities and we're not imposing ourselves onto this game enough to the point where, because we were imposing ourselves, but not enough. It's like when we played Liverpool at Emirates. They were imposing themselves on us, but really and truly, when you look at it, they never had no shots on target. That's kind of how it felt in the first half and before the subs were made. It's like we're imposing ourselves in the game. Nottingham Forest are having spells, but not enough to the point where they should feel threatened. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's only the second half or the last third of the game where we could hand on our heart, say, rah, they would have been biting their nails thinking, yeah, we could concede soon. And for me, not in the Forest.
What, the second part of the second half, what you said?
Yeah, basically.
I was scared of them, you know.
No, I was only scared of them for the first 10 minutes of the first half. Of the second half.
Oh, okay. I was there was moments where I was like, 0-0. I'm looking at the time. they're coming out. This could, this could be one of those storylines.
But that was in my head. But what I was actually seeing, they weren't doing nothing, bro. Raya didn't have to make a save.
Yeah, they couldn't because it's like firepower. They got Igor Jesus, who's, you know what I mean? Like, the guys had him under control, but then it's the little guys around him. It's like
what's his name?
Gibbs White.
So, Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Exactly. Gibbs White, Hudson.
Yeah.
They're the ones he's looking
Anderson. I was thinking that.
They can create stuff.
But they weren't doing nothing, bro. That's the truth. They weren't actually doing nothing.
They were not really, but just when it's in the balance, you know what I mean? Anything can happen.
No, 100%. And that's always going to be in the back of your mind. But when you look back with a clear mind, without the anxiety of what could happen, they really and truly didn't really do much in it. And every shot they had was like a scuffed shot that just didn't even go on target whatsoever. So for me, I wasn't necessarily worried about them in terms of what I was seeing. I was more worried about what we was doing. But I do feel like when we made the changes, we did look a bit better. So let's briefly talk about the players for me that were partly responsible for why that first half just went by and it felt like we had wasted time in that game just by even experiencing whatever the hell we was doing in that first half. Yeah. The backline, I can never look at them because for me, they do their job when it comes to defending. Anything else that we get from them, for me, is a bonus, innit?
Platform.
It's a platform, exactly. So with the platform that they had created for us in that game, the solidity, the lack of chances, I feel like I'm looking at someone like a Martin Odegaard, and I'm also looking. Let me tell you the players that I'm looking at for this game. Some more than others, and then you can ask me who more than who. I'm looking at Odegaard. I'm looking at Declan Rice. I'm looking at Martinelli. I'm looking at Gyökeres, and I'm looking at Noni, and I'm looking at Saka.
So I can Saka that start? Or do you mean?
But the reason why I'm looking at Saka is because I expect so much of him.
Okay.
But I do feel like of all our players, he was the only one that looked like a genuine threat. And he was the only one for me that was creating opportunities. Do you remember the shot that Rice had?
What shot did Rice have again?
It was Saka that played a ball in.
Oh yeah. Of course I did.
Yeah. There was another header. There was a few more. There was more moments, and obviously there was a header that Saka had himself.
Yeah.
That Cell saved. That was a crazy save. But I feel like Saka was the one that was helping us find that spark. However, for me, for Saka to go down as having a performance which is worthy of his standard, for me, he has to impact the game with a goal or assist because that's what I expect from him. So that's why I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Noni because you got the opportunity to start today. And for me, you didn't really do anything that warrants you getting this opportunity again. You didn't help us earn the victory with what you did on that pitch. That's Noni. Which makes me feel like the Saka rotation was in vain. And that's when I look at Arteta. Do you understand? That's part of my reason.
I've got a flip to that, but I'm waiting for you to land.
Okay, cool. Odegaard, my story of Odegaard is always the same, innit? He came back from injury. He had a run of like 4 games where he looked like, yo, we've got our Martin Odegaard back. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And then for the last 2-3 games, he's gone back to being the Martin Odegaard of last season, where he was doing that thing, like you just said, one too many touches, getting involved in areas where we don't necessarily need him, and then on the edge of the box, basically providing nothing in terms of creativity and helping us break down their play. And he's not shooting from the edge of the box anymore, which is another thing we criticized him for. And then also in terms of leadership traits, a few of these games we've had to dig in. Chelsea, we had to dig in. And now this game we've had to dig in. And also Liverpool was a game that we needed to dig in. And in all of those games, when I look at the players that are actually, even in moments, helping us shift the momentum and find our own wave, he hasn't been part of that. He hasn't been the one spearheading that. And for me, that is my concern because you're a captain. And then what makes it even more concerning is that we have the likes of a Eze on the bench, and Arteta isn't finding a way to make the most of his ability. So that's for me is a double-edged sword with that. Do you want me to continue with my next player before I go on? Martinelli's quick. He missed the opportunity, and in that game, he didn't look technically sound, and he wasn't providing enough of a threat coming down that side. So our whole attack was impotent. Nothing in the sack. And then Gyökeres, the less I say, the better. But all week, we've had lunatic fans online calling out my star boy, and I personally take it very personal for reasons that I shouldn't need to explain to anybody with 2 brain cells in their mind, fam. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Although Saka hasn't been having his greatest season, yeah, let's not move mad, bro. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? People were calling Saka all kinds of stuff. Gyökeres was on the pitch today with Noni Madueke, Martinelli, and he was anonymous, bro. Who they gonna blame now for him being anonymous?
Oh wait, they'll find someone, I'm sure.
Like he didn't offer nothing, bro. He offered absolutely nothing. He wasted 55 minutes of that game by being on the pitch. And I'm just speaking facts right now, innit? Cool. So I think I've gone through all of the people and players that worried me. So you said you had a flip side to one of the points.
Yeah, it was when you spoke about basically the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you see squad depth, another word I've heard all season. Mm-hmm. It's a gift and a curse. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because as a gaffer, you're more inclined to make changes, especially if people aren't up to the standards. You know what I mean? Even if they just drop below, maybe you need, you know what I mean, rest, recuperate naturally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the rotation thing. I'd say going forward, you're gonna have to expect it because we're firing on all cylinders. We're in every competition. Mm-hmm. So guys, like even the word rotation now, it's like Rice, Gabriel, Saliba. After those 3, everyone else can get rotated. Personally, just because there hasn't been anyone that's been stand out other than those 3 this season for me. Maybe Saliba below Gabriel and Rice, but Saliba's thing, because we're so used to it, it'll go over everyone's head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. Are you finished?
There was something else you said. Eze. Even with Eze, yeah. Eze is a player to reap the benefits of someone like Eze. He's a starter. He's someone that plays. You know what I'm saying? Off the bench, it takes him. You can see it takes him a minute to even get in the game. Like, or even when he's trying to get in the game, he's getting the ball from deep, which has worked in our favor. Martinelli, 95th minute against City. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But obviously, it's a bit different now. Naturally, he's not really getting a lot of game time, innit? Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that's doing to him mentally, innit? I'm not saying it's going to be the biggest blow, but it's like it might be a bit more cautious now. It's like, okay, cool, every touch has to count now because I know the gaffer's on me. I'm not really getting a lot of game time naturally.
Yeah. And so, I understand why Eze has not been getting game time in a sense by watching him play, because he's another player that allows games to go by him where he's hardly getting involved. And when he does get involved, he's probably playing it a little bit safe. And then it's like, oh, well, we look back on that game and you had 2 moments. And in those moments, you gave us one shot that was blocked. And do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them ones. So I understand why he hasn't been starting. But then I'm asking Arteta, what's the point of us claiming and being happy that we've got this squad depth if you're not finding a way to use a player that's as talented as Eze in terms of what we know he can do? And I'm not saying that it's a given. Arteta should just solve every problem, but it is something I'm seeing, and that now we have to start asking that, because we bought Eze. We didn't buy Eze, a player who's proven in the Prem to come and being less useful for us really than the likes of Ethan was last season. Do you get what I'm saying? Obviously, he had the Spurs game, he had the Crystal Palace game where we can look back and say, yeah, his impact was felt. The Man City game, so he's given us moments. Don't get me wrong, yeah. But it's like, okay, so if there's something in there, why are we not exploring it more? Especially when, for me, Odegaard has been bad for 3 games. He's been meaty for 3 games.
I guess, yeah. Do you know what? Obviously, seasons are broken down into different compartments. Season's not done. And I guess what you're saying, I hear it in the moment, but it's like you can only really like stamp on it at the end of the season, because there's moments like Eze, the first part of the season, heavily involved. Middle part of the season, taking a back seat. There's still the third stage of the season to come. I mean, we're really in the middle. We're in the middle. We've played this 22nd game today.
Yeah.
So we're above halfway. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
and apparently there is a stat that's going around where Eze has played more games and minutes than any point in his career.
Yeah. So it's like the manager has to manage his players. Do you know what I'm saying? As I said, the point today, I would have loved 3 points. I'm not mad at it though, because City lost, but mainly because City lost. I'm not mad at it. I can't be mad at it. We've gained a point on our rivals, and it's like the performance out of the last 3 games we played. Actually, I can't even count Portsmouth. The performance today was below par, but there's moments, but in performances like today, there's moments where you can smash and grab. You score that goal. If Martinelli scores that goal in wherever it was, it's a different game. Forest have to come out a bit, play some football, because even Odegaard's curse is, obviously, I know like there's a, the Bruno Odegaard thing. It's different where Bruno is playing against a high line and Odegaard is playing against a low block. Odegaard's naturally going to drop deep and try and get the ball. I understand that. Sometimes being a captain isn't shouting and doing the stuff that we associate with captain. Sometimes it's taking the ball and trying to make stuff work. You know what I mean? Doing it on the pitch, which is, I can't ever fault Odegaard for trying it. Like when it don't work, it's like, man.
No, but I don't feel like he's trying hard enough, because not only are you the leader in terms of how you communicate and how you vocalize what you want and what the manager wants on the pitch, but you're also a leader in terms of grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. For me, that is what I see a leader as. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? All the vocal stuff is cool. Like, we've had players that can shout and scream, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But for me, what makes a leader is someone who can... The game is tough, or we're going through a rough moment in the game, and you grab the game like this, and you shove it up against the wall, and you put it in the corner, and you pat it down and say, where's your lunch money? That's what separates, for me, the likes of a Bruno Fernandes and Odegaard. Forget the output. Just even in terms of character. Do you get what I'm trying to say? In a game, it's like, yo, I'm going to take responsibility. The amount of times and bear in mind, Man United are not a good team. So I don't want to make this seem as if, Bruno was just a much better player than Odegaard. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm purely just talking about the characteristic of being able to, in game, through your actions and through what you do in moments, you can help us decide a game. And I feel like Odegaard doesn't show enough character in that sense.
Yeah.
In certain moments. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because when I'm looking for players on that pitch today to help us, I'm looking at bare players before I'm like, when Odegaard does something like scores a goal like that's clutch, even though it's few and far between, I'm surprised, bro. I'm like, oh my God, it's like a bonus. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Whereas when it's crunch time, I'm looking at Gabriel from maybe a corner. I'm looking at Declan Rice to provide a moment. I'm looking or to go on a marauding run and help us get up the pitch. And do you know what I mean? So, bro, I'm looking even more at Moreno coming off the bench to impact the game and show character more than Odegaard, bro. That's a problem. That's a problem for me. I'm looking at Saka. I'm looking at Trossard, but I'm not looking at Gyökeres, but I'm never looking at Odegaard to help me show that character and help us decide a game. Am I being harsh?
You're not being harsh. It's your opinion, bro. It's how you feel. So you're not being harsh. It's how you feel. I can see if someone said you are being harsh, I could see why they'd say you're being harsh. But
Give me both angles. Give me both angles. You're a nuanced man, yeah, why for that? But give me
so the angle I gave you was, when I'm saying he's taking bare touches, like he does, you know what I mean? He's trying to get involved, he's trying to dictate, he's getting the ball cutting in, crossing it, doing that cross he does to the far post. You know what he likes to do. Him and Madueke on the right side, like he's trying. And if someone heads it in, oh great, great work, Odegaard, didn't it? But it just wasn't working, and it's like,
Oh, bro.
it wasn't the best. No, I'm not. Don't think I'm bigging up his performance. It wasn't like he should have done better today, and like it was 0-0. So obviously, naturally, we're going to look at Martin Odegaard, who's one of our most talented players, as well as our captain. And yeah, so I do hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying.
Can you think of one moment from Odegaard in that game where
No.
you was like, oh, unlucky?
No, but can I say that about a lot of the other players? Yes.
No,
You know?
yeah, but yeah, 100%. But this is why I put him on the highest standard, because you're the captain, bro.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Saka came on for 25-30 minutes, and I could think of at least 2 to 3 moments that he created that I could be like, oh, unlucky, bro. You did your job in this scenario, and either the person on the end of the ball didn't do their job, or the keeper pulled out a worldy save. I can say unlucky, bro.
You just reminded me, yeah, because even Saka coming on and having the impact he had, I would credit that to Arteta, because maybe Saka would not have had that impact if he started. He might have had another performance that he's had a bit below par or whatnot, and Noni would have been the one to come on, be electric. So I'm not taking that away from Saka. I'm just saying, obviously Saka's come on, fresh legs. He's been watching the game from the bench. He'll probably know how to impact it a bit. So just for the point of what we were saying about the subs and the manager, because yeah, I feel like yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. So that's my point on the players and the manager. Like, some people would say I'm being harsh here, but I'm looking at this game purely in isolation. I'm not even looking back at Liverpool drop points. I'm not even looking back at who else was it that we dropped points to recently?
I don't think there's been. You know.
Is it just Liverpool?
It's just Liverpool still. Yeah, it's just Liverpool. Because
sure,
it was City that's been dropping points. The only time we matched them was when we drew against Liverpool, and the last points was the Sunderland Villa period.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's 2 times.
Yeah.
Where Man City have dropped points and we haven't capitalized
Fully.
Which for me is irritating. To get what I'm trying to say, because it's an opportunity for us to pull away, and we have to be wary. Both of us are going to drop points because, like we said, there's no easy points in this league, yeah. But when I look already at next week, I'm like, okay, we've got Manchester United, they've got Wolves. Do you understand? And then we also now have to look at who Villa are playing, because as much as we'll be looking at the gap between Arsenal and City, the moment Villa are 1 point behind us, that it puts a mad stain. That's a stain on our shirt, bro.
Do you know what? Yeah, as much as I'm saying don't sleep on Villa, I don't think they won't get as close. They do have Newcastle next week. After they have Everton tomorrow, which could be a banana skin for them, even though it's at home. I do expect them to win, but if they don't, I wouldn't be super surprised, because Everton under Moyes have been a revelation. Do you know what I'm saying? I do get what you're saying, of course. I personally think we'll beat United. I'm kind of happy they won today because they got their 3 points out of the way. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and against Wolves, obviously, it's the Prem. Every game's difficult, but even me, I can admit, City, even though I feel like City are so funky, man. Like, if it's 1-1 in that game for a long period of time, I won't be surprised, but yeah.
Wolves haven't been easy to beat as well, you know, this season, by the way.
They haven't, but they haven't given me anything to make me think they're going to go to the Etihad and keep it. They done that against us, fam. Are we not a better team than City this season?
Yeah.
That's what made me sign that Mane guy. It was against us.
Yeah. They played well. They played well against us.
Very, very well.
And they've been doing that. Like, you look at them, they've been getting slapped up, but it hasn't been like pammings, bro. It's been like 1, 2. You know what I mean?
Too much new signings, too much. The chemistry is a myth, because Wolves 3-4 years ago, that legendary Streets Will Never Forget team, different team now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. But I'm not sure that we're gonna beat Man United. Yeah, I don't think we'll lose, but I'm not sure. And the thing is with Man United, is they're a weird team, bro. Like, on their day, they can beat you, bro. On their day, they can spoil the party.
I can't remember the last time they beat us. I'm not even saying that like out of. I actually genuinely can't remember. Can you remind me? FA Cup. We're not going to forget FA Cup because they didn't even beat us.
Yeah, but they don't need to beat us to spoil the party, bro.
For sure. That's true. That's a very good
You know what I'm
point.
trying to say? They just need to pick up a point, and that would be a fantastic week for them, and it would be a massive stain on our shirt, bro. And then how am I gonna keep enjoying the party when I got a makeup stain on my shirt, bro?
Bro, you're gonna have to flip and go toilet and just dap water in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I honestly, it's a 3 points. I don't see us. Yeah, we're winning that game. We're winning that. So
I'm less confident, bro.
In what I saw today, they played very well, but it's a double-sided coin. City have been poor. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not on City's level in that sense. Today, I wouldn't even say we were poor today because, for the most part, looking at the game in hindsight, Forest couldn't touch us. You know what I mean? Offensively, it's just that we just had to pattern up offensively. But against United, depending on who starts up front, even if Gyok starts up front, but we need someone up front that can offer way more than he's offering, man. Because it's the Achilles heel, man. The game against Villa is annoying me even more because I almost got gaslighted by you to thinking it wasn't his fault. He's the reason why we lost that game 2-1. Not to go back, but just because of how important of the focal point is, and it's like, as I said, if Havertz, Jesus starts up front, I'm 100% confident we're beating them. If Gyok starts, 80%.
What in the meantime, would you think about playing Marino up top?
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone over Gyok, bro. I love Marino, but the thing is, I love Marino in our 11. Marino is very, very effective in our 11. Do you know what I'm saying? 100%. So yeah, definitely. I'd pick Marino over Jesus. I keep it a buck.
Yeah, I hear it.
Over Jesus, I keep it a buck. And about today's game, I feel like Milienkovic and Murillo relished that physical challenge.
Yeah.
And so Gyökeres didn't really chat to them, whereas Jesus is a different kind of striker, into feet, Do you know what I'm saying?
He didn't do nothing when he came on either, and that's not been the first time recently where he's come on and had no impact.
Yeah, he didn't, but he offered more than Gyök, which says a lot because I still agree with you when I'm saying he didn't really do nothing. Trossard didn't do nothing. Trossard was missing.
Trossard in the final third was missing, but I feel like one thing about Trossard is that he's technically sound and he knows how to make our system work.
Okay,
you get what I'm trying to say? Like when Trossard gets the ball, we're very unlikely to lose it. Do you understand? He's going to allow us to keep the momentum going. If you can't beat his man, he's going to play inside or he's going to find a way to switch it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And for me, that helps, and that's why I was frustrated that he didn't start, because when you're starting like Martinelli and Gyök, those are basically two players that in the final third and in build up, they're not going to help us, bro. Which is going to allow it's not going to allow us to control the game in a way where we can create a high volume of opportunities for Noni Madueke to get the ball at his feet and run at his man. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Or he's not going to get the opportunity to what's called play in between the lines, like when you have players like them starting on the pitch against the low block, bro.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So that for me is frustrating. So I personally, I've been saying for the past 4 games that I think Gyökeres needs to be dropped. And I'm not even saying that on like a personal thing, because you know me, I've given him opportunity.
Not personal, you've got eyes.
Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And this ain't the kind of season where
it's never been personal. It's actually never been personal.
Yeah, like, but people are making it personal, and I hate to drag on the Arsenal section more, but people have to understand we're Arsenal fans, in it, and this is title race talk.
For sure.
Why? The thing is with Gyökeres, is that this is a season where we're going for the big trophies, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You forced your way into this club, and you knew what you signed up for. So in my opinion, you have to deliver. I'm going to give you a bit of grace because of the fact that I'm empathetic to the human side of the game. I understand that you're coming into a new system. You're coming into a new league. You're coming into a new country. We haven't played with that type of striker in a long time. And you're going to say these are excuses, huh?
No, it is, but it's not even a new country, bro. He's been there.
Yeah, but this is the Prem, bro. This is the Prem.
What, he didn't play the Prem for Brighton? I'm seeing him with McAllister and that, bro.
Brighton.
Bro, he didn't. He was in Brighton with McAllister and them, man.
Gyökeres.
Broski,
I
Brighton.
thought it was at Coventry.
There you go. So he's been here, bro. He's been Brighton, Coventry. Maybe there's even. I was thinking there's two. It's Coventry and Brighton.
Oh, mad. Well, I didn't know about Brighton.
Yeah,
but
bro. On the
I
field,
hear it.
Brighton.
That's crazy. I hear it, but for me, it's like obviously, whatever. For you, some would say that what I'm saying is excuses, but these are the things that I gave him as a little bit of grace in it, and obviously holding on to the hope that he can bang. But at some point, you have to kind of save him from himself. And I know we're kind of lacking options because we don't want to be going back to what we went through last year with being forced to play Marino out of position. But for me, like I said, if I was to name the players when times get tough and I'm in the moment, I'm genuinely being as honest as I possibly can. Because when you're watching the game, that's as honest as you'll possibly be. Yeah. The players that I'm looking to on the pitch, in fact, you name the players that you're looking to on the pitch that you're like, oh, brothers, do something, save us. Like that, you're putting a bit of faith in and hope. You name the players.
Saka.
Yep.
Too clutch. Saka can have a stinker and whip 2 corners in there, both assists. I just can't. The guys.
Yeah.
Trossard.
Mm-hmm.
Declan Rice, just all around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Marino.
Mm-hmm.
Havertz.
Forget Havertz because we haven't seen him this season.
Oh, this season. Oh, fair. I still think he's got a lot to say for the third part of the season, but forget him for now.
Yeah.
Can I say Eze? I think, and I'm gonna say 65% Eze because he's I feel like the Martinelli goal. When we do win the Prem, that Martinelli goal is it's going to be a big reason.
Yeah.
Big up Martinelli as well, because even though he missed today, it's like, as I said, that goal, it was more than the point. It was more than the goal. It was what he done was stop City. That's a big reason why, because if City win that game, you don't know the type of run they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm not, so I'd say...
But you're not looking at Martinelli, like, when you're genuinely watching the game, you're not thinking, oh, Martinelli.
And say the guys, for real. So Saka, Trossard, Gabriel, Rice, Saka, Trossard, Gabriel, Rice, and Marino.
Yeah. And bro, those are the exact same people that I would name.
And Quirky one, Calafiori.
Well, when he's fit.
Yeah, the guy's too fake. He's fake. He's a cheat code. He's actually a cheat code.
We miss him badly, you know.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. We miss him big time. We miss him, but because we have enough quality, we don't have to say it, but we do.
Yeah, because one thing that I haven't actually spoken about this game, is the fact that we've obviously had to play Timber at left back, which I'm not mad at. I actually wanted that against Chelsea, but that's because I assumed Esteval versus Skelly, and nobody wants to see that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Especially with the way Skelly's been moving this season. So that was necessary. Obviously, I wasn't sure whether Calafiori was going to be fit. Arteta was being a bit clever when he was answering these questions in the press conference, as he always is. But I knew him or Mosquera was close, innit? So when I saw Timber, I was like, okay, it makes sense because even if Calafiori is fit, Arteta's not going to throw him in straight away. I know he's not going to do that. So it was a bit predictable. But when Timber is on that left, he's not able to, the balance of our team doesn't feel as right. It feels a bit like a bit sluggish.
Yeah, offensively when we're going forward.
Yeah.
But, one of my observations today was he was doing the Skelly thing. I rarely saw him on the left.
Yeah, he came inside a lot.
2 centre backs. He was like a sweeper CDM. That's where I saw him a lot. But obviously, when you deep it, even with Calafiori, for the most part, like he was barely playing left back. He was on the left, but he was playing. So that left back position is more of a facade, kind of, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Left back
these teams are hardly applying pressure anyway, so they can move where they want.
Exactly.
Even when Timber lately, he's been finding himself in the pockets that Odegaard would usually be in a lot. And for me, I like it because it makes sense. The only thing that I hate about it is that Timber in and around those zones is horrible, bro.
That's not his game. We know his game. His game is the one-on-one lock man up. Like, you know,
Yeah,
jinky
but,
jinky, but he's
but
not.
then
He can't shoot. It's like he can't shoot.
he can't shoot, and his end product is poor. Like
Yeah,
he always just fumbles at the final.
yeah.
You know what I mean? The final application.
No one's
Which,
perfect, man.
yeah, no, of course, I'll never hold that
Yeah.
against him. But then it makes me think, well, why are we tactically still making that a thing, and having him being the one in that pocket of space? Because for me, Saka, Odegaard in that pocket of space are more dangerous, and I know they're predictable. So the defenders are going to mark them. Timber being there is a bit more of an illusion, isn't it? I get it.
Exactly.
But it's irritating when the ball arrives at his feet, just outside the box on the edge, in a bit of space.
And then, like that.
Bro, I think he slipped.
Yeah, he's like he got his mind in three things. He didn't even know what he was going to do. He just felt. He just like.
Do you get? And that happens a lot, bro. He'll receive the ball inside the box where he could put in, one of them crosses where it's like you're more than inside the box. You're almost reaching the 6 yard.
Yeah.
And then he still doesn't get the final ball right. And it's such a stark contrast to Ben White from the ball that he played across to Gyökeres in that game. Although it wasn't a fantastic ball, it's still of a better quality than what Timber's been able to offer us in a lot of games this season.
What that made me think about that moment, the Timber moment we're talking about, was the contrast of him and MLS. Because obviously, offensively, MLS is a bad boy. Like if MLS is MLS, if MLS is in position, do you know what I'm saying? Something's gonna, do you know what I mean? You can thread that pass.
You know, he can link it, like he can
natural midfielder. So he's not foreign to those positions. But obviously, what you get offensively, you lose defensively, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So have we got everything off our chest from our Arsenal point of view?
Yeah.
Cool.
Easy.
So I think the next biggest game to talk about is probably Liverpool.
Well, Liverpool Burnley.
Yeah.
With that game, I actually, because of my FPL, I watched that game. I tried to get into that game. Stream was moving stupid, so I started off with Chelsea v Brentford to watch. I like Brentford. I'm a big fan of Brentford. Do you know what I mean? But I saw the second half, and it's like Liverpool are just they're just so, I don't know, they're so bad. Like, I'm not even joking. I remember saying in the chat, they need Salah, man, because something's wrong. But it's like, you see how they perform today? I've seen them perform like that with Salah. Maybe I was being disingenuous, but it's so flat.
Yeah.
So flat.
But this is concerning now, bro. Like, and for me, why I say this is a big conversation is because now we have to talk about this. Like this, we're not doing the banner thing no more. We're not laughing at Verts anymore. We're not laughing at Isaac anymore.
We can't laugh at Verts though.
No, it's not about. We can definitely still laugh at him, 100%.
How? 3 and 3 or 3 and 4?
See, they'll call you autistical where I'm from.
How though?
They'll call you autistical.
I've always personally said he was doing well before he's getting the goals. Now he's just getting the goals to back him up, but he's gelling well.
Okay, so let me hit you with this one then. Liverpool have a title-winning team. Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Proven they are the champions.
Okay.
So I said it himself.
Yeah.
They have a title-winning team.
Yeah.
And then, fair enough, they lose a few players. Darwin Nunez, Luis Diaz, Alexander Trent.
Diego Jota.
Yeah.
4 main players from the title-winning team. These aren't bums. These are game winners.
No.
Who's not a game winner?
Darwin Nunez, they chased him out of the club.
Okay, cool. So you see the same sentiment you was saying for Doku. It's the same sentiment that Liverpool fans that are generous use for Darwin Nunez. He may not get the GNA, but he causes so much chaos. Do you know what I'm saying? He causes so much chaos, and more often than not, it's to Liverpool's benefit. But because what he does is because the bad he does is so glaring, it's easy for him to be a target.
Yeah, he's not good enough to be a striker at Liverpool, to be the starting striker at Liverpool. That's a fact. Yeah, and they replaced him with better. Yeah,
but that's what I was going to say. Even if my Nunez argument don't work, the other 3 can't be spoken about, though. Those are 3.
No, I will never disagree with those. They are 3 big players, yeah.
So those are the majority. Do you know what I mean? So those are big losses.
It's big losses, but let's keep it a buck, bro. They have the majority of their title-winning team. When we spoke about Liverpool last season, we spoke about, let's say, the big 4: Salah, Trent,
Alisson.
Van Dijk, and Alisson.
Yeah,
those are their 4 key core players of their team
Yeah.
that these guys we need to focus on locking down. They locked down Van Dijk, they locked down Salah, they couldn't lock down Trent. Alisson is still there.
Yeah.
Cool. So for me, they've still got the likes of Konate. Their midfield is still intact. McAllister, World Cup winners there. So Bosley, the best midfielder in the league, and Gravenberch, the best CDM in the league from last year. This is what people are saying, bro, and a lot of us couldn't disagree.
I'm not gonna lie, man. These people need to come forward, man, because
people are not saying Gravenberch. Did Gravenberch not deserve to be in the CDM conversation?
Was the best midfielder in the league. One of the best, yes.
Yeah,
the best.
One of the best up there, 100%.
Yeah, definitely, but the best.
Was he in team of the season last year?
I don't know, but I don't even think he was better than Grav.
Yeah, no, but they're different positions, isn't it? But the Liverpool fans will tell you, him, McAllister, Szoboszlai, they were.
But Szoboszlai is different, maybe though. So fair, yeah.
They were solid midfield. It's the same midfield. So this is where I go full circle with the verse.
They're all there, but it's not.
But this is why I have come full circle with the point that you made initially.
Okay.
About Verts. When I look at the differences in the team, their creation now is no longer reliant on Trent Alexander-Arnold. And bear in mind, he wasn't fit and available for all of the season last year, by the way.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, for sure.
So he wasn't as integral as he's been in previous campaigns, but they still managed to get it over the line, and they still managed to be much better than what they are this season.
Mm-hmm.
So Trent is now out, so that creation point is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And Bertz, you're now the player that's going to be our creation point. So obviously they moved Szoboszlai out of that 10. And I don't know where the hell Szoboszlai is playing now.
Today he was like the right side, the right CM. What do you not call right CM? You not call that 8, right? Or no, you not call that 8, I think.
Yeah. So it's basically been Szoboszlai and Grav with Verts and McAllister. He's been in and out of the team?
Yeah, he ain't been starting. He came off the bench today and he was woeful when he came on. Absolutely.
He's been woeful all season.
Yeah, so I've heard. Today I saw.
So this is why I say, well, for me, for Verts to be seen as somebody who we can't put any sort of blame on for how Liverpool have been this season, his inclusion in the team has to be justified. And I don't feel like he's done enough to justify his inclusion in the team in terms of making Liverpool even maintain the standard from last year, let alone be better.
Yeah, but that's unrealistic though. He can't do that just because of a few factors. He's new to the league. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing you said for Gyok. So let's apply it to Flo as well.
I put Gyok on probation and he failed it.
Yeah, but he was always going to fail it. He was always going to fail it.
Verts failed his probation too.
No, Wirtz was just he didn't know who the cool kids were. He didn't know who to chill with. You know what I mean? Now he's oh, what, you, man? Why you not shout me from early? You know what I mean? So now he knows. Now what Flo is doing, he's clean. What he's doing, he's linking up play very well. It's just, I don't know.
You're doing the aesthetics thing, bro.
No, but it's aesthetics as well as effectiveness. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of Odegaard's are very aesthetic pleasing. He's very aesthetically pleasing. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like the end product isn't there. With Flo, there's a lot of good things that are coming with it, but then it's like with Trent, obviously, all of the you see how you brought up the creation thing with Trent. It wasn't only Trent. Luis Diaz was a big part of that as well.
Yeah.
Part of that. So Flo's not going to come in and take two man's creativities. And then Diogo Jota, RIP, is a very, very, very clutch player. You can't replace clutch players. You don't even know they're clutch until they're clutch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, how do you replace that?
Okay, so just everything you're saying is true, yeah. But again, teams that are at the top of the pyramid do not get to make excuses. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah. No, you're wrong. You can, man. Because life happens, football happens, man. What do you just say? You're empathetic to the human side of football. I can't quote you verbatim. You said something along there.
Yeah, I'm empathetic, but the Premier League isn't. Does that make sense? The Premier League is you show up no matter what. Yeah. If you don't, you pay the consequences.
Of course.
And that is exactly what's happening to Liverpool this season.
Yeah.
They're paying the consequences. Yes, Jota untimely passing, like that is unavoidable and it's unequivocally sad, isn't it? Luis Diaz, that is just bad business. They should never sold him. Nunes, the fans and everybody wanted him out of the club, and Trent, he wanted to go. It's unavoidable. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
What about
But
the players who have dropped in performance levels because of different factors such as age?
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But for me, what the point I want to drive home now is the fact that Liverpool, being previous champions, and also having the summer that they had, unfortunately, I am less sympathetic to them. And the Premier League is, of course, not going to be sympathetic. So that is why you find them where they are. And if you want to sit around, not talking about you, if Liverpool fans want to sit around feeling sorry for themselves, you are unfortunately writing yourself out of the Premier League title race immediately from the moment you even feel like that in your heart.
Let me get my charger, bro. One second.
Yeah, go for it, bro. I'll just continue. So for me, the moment you start feeling sorry for yourself in your heart, you immediately knock yourself out of the title race, in my opinion. Because the Premier League is unforgiving. And this is what everybody's told Arsenal fans for years. And it's only now that I'm realizing how true that is. Because nobody is got a God-given right to go into any game in the Prem and automatically it's just a win. That's just not gonna happen. Like I said, especially this season, you have to earn every single win. And yeah, bro. Oh, man's got the portable on deck. Ready.
Let's go on.
Yeah. So I'm saying they don't the Premier League's not going to be a sympathetic to them, bro, and they're suffering for it now. Like the moment you start feeling sorry for yourself is the moment you immediately just write yourself off. We've gone through so many injuries this season, bro, and at no point have we said, okay, now because we've got this, because we can afford to not beat this team. No, bro. If you want to win this league, you win regardless, bro.
Yeah, but then are Liverpool here to win the league this season?
They should be, yes. At the start of the season, Liverpool fans, based on the transfer window and based on the fact that they were champions, they said this is good enough for us to win the league. And they have a manager that on paper everyone says is better than Arteta.
At the start of the season, yeah, but not now. At the start of the season, of course, if you start a season with people like Van Dijk, Salah, Alisson, you're always gonna. You're not battling for top four. These are winners.
Yeah. So why are we feeling sorry for them?
I don't feel sorry for them. Maybe I'm just a bit too logical for my own good because I get it.
No, and there's nothing wrong with being logical. Everything you're saying it is a fact and it makes sense, yeah. But I'm just a believer of everything you're saying is also, as much as it's an excuse, it's also a reason as to why they are so far off of Arsenal and Man City. Because Man City are going through their things, and they went and signed 2 players that Liverpool wanted. One of them was even wearing a flipping Liverpool shirt, bro. They already filmed the announcement video, and that man is now gay.
He's wearing a Liverpool shirt. When? You see it?
Yes, bro. They already did the shoot. The shoot got leaked.
Oh shit! This was before the season started.
Before Glasner, before they had the player that got injured.
Yeah, and they had
So like City have been going through. They had a couple injuries. They said, "Yeah, nah, we're gonna make use of every opportunity we can, so that there's no excuses at the end of the day. We can sit around and be like, oh yeah, we feel so sorry for ourselves. Diaz is out. Rodri hasn't recovered yet. Guardiola's out." But they said, "No, bun that. The transfer window is open. We're gonna go and do something so that when the season ends, there's no excuses. We left everything out there." Liverpool have not done that. They're sitting around feeling sorry for themselves, bro.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
So let's talk about Van Dijk and Mo Salah.
Okay.
2 of your clients.
Okay.
I'll let you take the floor.
Obviously, what's there to say about Mo Salah? He's been away. Just in terms of what's going on around him.
Bro, everything. Mo Salah was obviously the best player in the league by far last year.
Yeah. Off a cliff.
This season, he hasn't been fantastic, and he's also now had beef with his manager. So,
from what I'm hearing, it's beyond the manager. I feel like what I'm hearing is that the manager has, received some bad boy piece of information where you've got to somehow filter this guy out of the team because we're trying to get rid of him. I don't know, innit? I don't know. Obviously, the Jota loss, I'm sure, guaranteed that's affected Salah a lot. You know what I mean? As well as a teammate, friend. Some things just F you up, and it's like, happen.
Am I harsh, guys? Because you're making me feel like I'm like
I don't think you're being a bit harsh, but it's just the way of life, isn't it? Like life is harsh, isn't it?
There you go.
But it's just the way of life, isn't it? But Van Dijk's performances have dropped off though. Like I've seen some stuff that it's like I don't associate with him. I'm thinking, damn. But then I feel like it's like when the team around you is just moving sloppy, it's like it's a virus, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seeps into you. So it's like these aren't bad players. You don't become a bad player overnight. It just stuff happens, man. The team is not performing to the level it should be. I remember there was a game where Liverpool dropped points. I can't remember what it was. I remember Curtis Jones came out, gave an honest assessment. He was like, the same way you are asking me what's going on. I don't even know what's going on. I've never been through this before. Obviously, because of the time he came into the Liverpool squad, they've just been battling. They've just been on there. So they're fourth. It's crazy because obviously the standards they've set, we're talking like they're 17th. They're fourth, but they're definitely in a top four race, especially after today's results, which is nuts to say. Like it's not. There's no guarantee they finish in the top four.
Absolutely.
The only thing I'd give them is that they have Wirtz and Ekitike, whereas United, I can only put my hat on. I say no. United have Bruno and Mbeumo and Cunha. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be very interesting because the last three names I just named are Premier League proven, so they've got announced, Whereas Chelsea, this is going to be interesting. But let me not sway too far off Liverpool.
Wait, what's going on here? Because I'm looking at Newcastle. Sorry, in the league.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Newcastle could be 1 point behind Liverpool tomorrow
If they
win. Yeah.
They're dark, innit?
Yeah, which is scary. So yeah, you're right. Liverpool are in the top four battle, and not getting Champions League for them is dark.
And the thing is, but you know what's so nuts about football? And Newcastle haven't really impressed me. Like, there's no guarantee they go Wolves and win tomorrow. No guarantee. No guarantee. No guarantee. Especially because Wolves are in the best form of the season for them.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee. There's hella storylines, man. There's hella storylines to unfold still.
Yeah, and I do want to get into some of the other stuff around the league briefly in a bit. But just quickly lastly on Liverpool.
Yeah, go on.
How do you drop points at home to Burnley?
Do you know what, yeah? I've had the privilege, maybe privilege is a strong word, but of watching Burnley. So I can even say I probably watched more Burnley than I have United this season. Burnley aren't a bad team. They're not bad. They're just not as good as the rest, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like a smash and grab. It wasn't like, they scored, defend, low block. No, they were balling out too, which is what makes me even more surprised. It's like, come on, Liverpool, what's going on here? And another thing it's like Frimpong, yeah? Frimpong is a player like I was watching closely today, and it's like I'm watching him. No offense, I'm like, kind of see why City sold you. Like you're very one-dimensional. You know my least favorite genre of footballer. He fits right in. Just hella pace. It's hella pace, byline, inshallah. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like.
Wait, sorry, who are you talking about? Sorry,
Jeremy Frimpong.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was cooking Skelly though. Fuck.
Huh?
He was cooking Skelly though.
But then what did he do?
She was trash.
Do you know what I'm saying? End product wasn't there. He's kind of like a younger version of Adama Traore. That's what I'm getting from him. Because even today, it's like he was doing the same thing, but it's like because I'm catting for an Ekitike goal, he's my captain, and it's like,
dark.
Come on, man. It's like it's just bad. It's man. It's like
smelly.
Yeah, smelly, man.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's not looking good. And last thing on Liverpool is that they've got some really bad contractual situations going on. Obviously, Konate's contract is running out. What end of this
season?
This season, yeah. and Van Dijk obviously signed a 2-year contract, meaning that after this season, no, it's 2.
I didn't even know. Okay.
After this season, he'll only have 1 left again, and they're back to square one,
Yeah,
like how they were last season.
It's probably
And
going to be him still.
so that would mean they're in a predicament where it's either they sell him now and try and get a little bit of appease, which I think would be kind of pointless because how much are they really going to get? Maybe they could get like a cheeky 50 mil.
What? With Van Dijk now, bro?
For a Prem team, a Prem team will have to pay 50 mil for Van Dijk.
Once Van Dijk leaves Liverpool, he's left the Prem. He's not going to go to another Prem team. He wouldn't do that to his legacy, man.
I hear it.
He wouldn't. He's how old is Van Dijk?
I sure he's like 33.
He could all retire after the deal.
Nah.
He could stay at Liverpool and just retire. You don't think? Or just
Well,
go Saudi.
he's got 1 year left, bro. After this year, he'll end on 34 years of age. If I'm right,
be 35.
Let me check.
Players retire at 35. That's the average age, to be fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's see.
Especially with what I'm saying, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if after Van Dijk's contract,
It's 34, bro.
He could be 36 then, bro. I would not be surprised if Van Dijk calls it a day after this because he's won everything. You've done everything. You've got yeah. I would not be surprised.
So you think he'll end his career at Liverpool?
I wouldn't.
At the end of his contract.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear it.
I would be surprised if he goes to another Prem team. Nah, I can even call it out. He's not going to another Prem team.
Yeah, you're right. I was going mad. How much did I say? 50 mil.
50 mil? What, bro? No.
But end of the season. I think if he was to go to another Prem team, another Prem team, like the likes of like a Villa, Newcastle, I would take a Van Dijk still as a.
So what? You put Van Dijk over Konsa and Torres for Villa?
No. But just squad depth, bro.
Nah, Van Dijk's not doing that to himself, man. He's not
doing that. I'm not saying about what he would do to himself because you're right. I agree with that. In terms of other teams in the league still looking at him and saying, yeah, like I'll put money down to get him out of Liverpool.
It'd be dumb. It'd be a poor decision from the board to do that because there's so much. You know how football is. There's a player now that's brewing in a league that we haven't even heard of yet. That in a year's time is going to come to the Prem and be the new Van Dijk.
No, but that would be probably not Van Dijk of today.
No, not. But Van Dijk isn't Van Dijk of today.
Yeah, but he's still better than half the defenders in the league.
Yeah, but you can get a defender that can be better than half the defenders in the league. You can.
Yeah, you can, and you could get more years out of them. You're right. So that's why I was going mad when I said 50. I think if he was to go at the end of the season, I think there'll be a Premier League club that'll be willing to put down a calm 22, 25 mil on him still.
That's fair, but I still don't think he'll do it.
I don't think he'll do it. I don't think he'll do it either.
I don't think he'll do it still. Because this is where they messed up with Gay, though, because Gay was supposed to be the
successor.
The transition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And with Gay, obviously that ship has sailed. And yeah, so that's Van Dijk, Konate, and I'm sure I think there might be one other situation.
Robertson, maybe.
Yeah, Robertson is obviously on his way out as well. So they've got some transitions there. That's 2 defenders, 2 of their better defenders that have helped them win a league, Van Dijk and Konate, that both by the end of the season could leave, which is crazy. And they haven't. The one replacement that was there ready for them that would have been perfect, Gay, has gone to their rival.
Yeah, but no, they will find because I think they've got this guy. They've got a centre back, Leone. Is he Argentinian?
Yeah, he caught the ACL.
He done his ACL.
Yeah, bro.
I haven't seen him play, but I've heard a lot of good things about him.
Yeah, he came on that one game, done his ACL, bro.
Really?
Nasty work. Nasty work. And he's young anyway, bro.
Yeah, he's young. He's young, like very young.
So you can't rely on him. That would be gross negligence. I get onto Man United for things like that.
Yeah, but I was just about to say that, bro. Teams are doing it though. It's a younger game. You got Aiden Heaven, bro.
Yeah, but even him, he shouldn't be starting if the likes of De Ligt, Harry Maguire, and Martinez are fit.
Exactly, but it's like there's no guarantee that everyone's going to be fit at the same time. It's just football. You know what I mean? Some youngers are going to have to be thrusted into the deep end, bun up.
Yeah, but it will be gross negligence to think you can replace Van Dijk with Leone because like you're going to have to watch his growing pains. In a team that's expected to go and challenge for the league and to be good in the Champions League. That's outrageous, bro.
I'm happy you just said that because you remind me of what the great Arsene Wenger said. I'll find this quote for you because I'll probably butcher it. But he said it's better to lead with youngsters who will make mistakes that you can coach them out of it rather than someone who's 29, 30, who's stuck in their ways.
Well, how old is Gahey?
Gay's probably like 24, 25. No, he's born in 2000, so he's 25.
Yeah, so that's more of a signing that I'll be like, okay, you can pin your hat on that. You can't pin your hat on Leone.
100%. Any City are winning for getting Gay. Winning, absolutely winning. You know what I'm
That's what I'm saying. So, like, for me, that was a perfect opportunity for Liverpool. And I don't really understand why. I think it's the wages. Because if City paid how much? 25?
25 for what? Gay? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
25, I heard.
25 or so for Gahey.
Yeah.
Liverpool are willing to put down that money in the summer. So they could have definitely put it down in January.
They wouldn't have to put nothing down in summer.
No. The summer that just went, because the signing pretty much happened. We got the hair, we got everything. He was in the kit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah.
So if they were willing to do it in summer, they had the money, and it's not like a PSR or financial fair play situation. They had the money there. They could have spent it. I think the issue is that nobody was willing and nobody is able to put down 300k a week on wages for Mark Gahey, fam.
Yeah, then that's your L, man. The guy's clutch. The guy's gone. You see how Gahey's gone City now. Now there's not going to be no talk of England needs centre back. This is you know the transition of it. It's like you get to the big club, same way Rio Ferdinand did it. He was at Leeds, made a name for himself, went to Man U. Then it's like you know what I'm saying. Obviously, it was different then because they had Terry. They had a lot of like competition. But now man. He's good for it, man. Gay's good for it still, man.
Yeah, but why I put that into context is because number one, I think that's the reason why Liverpool couldn't compete.
Yeah, that's their Eldon.
And then number two, when you look at Liverpool and Arsenal and Man United, like, yeah, we can pay big wages, but a lot of our clubs are moving away from that kind of model. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Especially even Chelsea. So even Arsenal have just put a contract on the table for Saka, and apparently he's on 300k a week. And think about how much he has done to Arsenal. He's our franchise player. So if Saka's now basically our highest paid player, but yet they've just signed Gahey, who's a defender, and they put him on that amount already, it just shows you the gulf in how much they're able to spend on player wages when it comes to negotiations and how much they're able to offer versus clubs like Arsenal, Liverpool, and the rest. Because I genuinely think that that's the only reason why Liverpool couldn't get him.
I hear it, but with someone like Gahey, as I said in it, it's not like you're getting just a random centre back. This is arguably England's best centre back. England.
Yeah, 100%.
The England that you know what I'm saying? This is England's best centre back. Like, not even arguably. Name me a better centre back than Mark Gahey.
We don't have one.
There we go. So it's like certain players are gonna be the creme de la creme. Even if obviously right now he doesn't look like he's worth the 300, which I believe he is. He will. It's gonna be clear cut very soon. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think maybe Liverpool, maybe when they were interested in Gahey, they hadn't got Wirtz or Isaac yet. They blow that bread there. Now it's taking.
They had, bro. Remember, he was the last sign. He was the deadline day.
Oh, he was. You're right. He was. No, Isaac was the deadline as well, bro. Remember? It was.
They both were. They both were. It was simultaneous. It was simultaneous.
Exactly. So maybe. And obviously, player power is a thing, bro. Gay maybe seeing what's going on. He's like, you know what? I don't even want to go to Liverpool. That's a factor. I believe so. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you was a baller, where you going? Liverpool, City?
For me, it really does depend on the money, the cities. Because for me, they're both fantastic clubs to be at. Liverpool, you look at it in the sense that I'm going to be the replacement for Van Dijk, guaranteed. Yeah, right or wrong?
Which I zoned out. I put myself in Gahey and my head was in City.
Yeah,
I dreamed for a second, bro. I zoned out.
City, I hear it, but then I also think culturally, I don't think City is a club that is, because for me that plays a part. I want to play for a club that feels like a club.
I get you, bro, but City, I feel like City are building that dynasty now for our children and grandchildren to hear about the times we went through. It's the building now. Brother, that's what I think. Personally,
certain things hit differently. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Of course. But it's like, cool. Obviously, look at teams like Nottingham Forest, teams that have heritage, or what? Let me name another team that's not even in the Prem. Oldham Athletic.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you now as a football fan?
Nothing.
Like, respectfully, huh?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. But the people that were watching football 30 years before us, before we were born, it means a lot to them. But you know, football through generations, the teams change. And I'm just saying, obviously it's a project, isn't it? It's a project at the end of the day. And what they're being sold, what they're being told in them meetings, we're never going to really be privy to. Maybe you more than me, but I'm not going to be privy to it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
my thing is, what you're saying is true. Yeah. Sorry, bro. Finish. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, more or less. I've said what I said now.
Yeah, I feel like it's the same thing with Pep. What Pep has done has been fantastic. Yeah, but part of the reason why all of us were so happy for, oh, I think I lost you, bro.
No. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, part of the reason why I think people have always been so happy for Man City to win the league is because it kind of feels like, like you're not one of my main ops. It doesn't really mean nothing when you don't win it.
Yeah.
So even someone like Pep, he's done a madness at Man City, but we wouldn't respect him half as much, if not for what he did at Barcelona prior.
True.
That's why we respect him.
That's a fair point.
Like, I'll say 75 to 80% of why we love and respect Pep in the game and why his status is undeniable is more because of the work he mashed at Barcelona than anything close to what he's done at City, even though he's won.
I think as the years go on, that percentage drops because it's what he's done in the Prem. He's broken mad records. You know what I'm saying? He's done things that people haven't done before.
Yeah, but it will hit different
eras with different eras of City teams.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. But what I'm saying is, there's certain clubs that it would hit different at. This the same man that like he's begging the fans to make noise and to do you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, if he did it at, let's say, Man United, Liverpool, or even Arsenal, even Chelsea, I would put ahead of Man City in regards to that cultural multiplier effect. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's certain teams that you can mash work at and it doesn't hit the same as when you mash work at another club. Like, if Scott McTominay went to Inter Milan and did what he did, it will still hit, but him doing it at Napoli, for me, makes it hit.
Why? How come?
Because
Inter Milan are a big team. That's why I'm my manager mode. So I actually want to know why you signing for my Inter guys.
No, I don't know if you flipped what I said in your head, but I'm saying it hits different at Napoli than it would at Inter.
Why?
Because Inter consistently win that league, bro. They're the best team in that league.
Oh, fair. Okay, I get what you're saying. Do
you get what I'm trying to say? But him doing it at Napoli is kind of like, yo, it's the same thing with Xhaka. Xhaka doing what he did at Leverkusen hits way more different than if he did it at Bayern Munich. Yeah. Same thing with Klopp. Klopp doing it at Dortmund.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's kind of the underdog story.
It's partly that, but it's also like, and I'm. It's part of what I'm saying, but also part of the fact that part of what I'm saying is that City just ain't got steez like that, bro. No one cares about them.
But I'm saying that's obviously, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying the longer they keep this up for, when you look back at it in hindsight, they're building history right now, but because they don't have history, you know what I mean? It's like they don't have steez, but they're building history to attain the steez, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but they're a long way away from that, bro.
They're a long way away, definitely. That's why I said our children and grandchildren by that time.
Yeah, maybe we'll see, boy.
They're building it, man. They're building the this era of the Premier League. There's this era.
Yeah, 100% still. Cool. So then, okay. Lastly, I just wanna. This will be an opportunity to kind of talk about some of the other teams and stuff. I touched on it earlier on in the conversation, and I said that a lot of the no Prem game has been easy this season.
Yeah,
and no 3 points is guaranteed. You have to earn every 3 points in this league this season. Yep. And there's been an ongoing debate where people are trying to minimize the quality of the league this year and say that it's the worst league that we've had in a while.
I don't understand. I can't entertain.
And there was part of their reason it is because the big teams aren't as good as they were, and which is arguably true. Because even when I look at Arsenal, as much as if we want to turn around and say City haven't been fantastic this season, I don't think being 7 points clear of them makes us free of any critique whatsoever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think if we were 9 points clear of them, we could hand on our heart say, yeah, we've been fantastic. I think we've been great, but I don't think we've been fantastic. So I basically give credence to their argument that the top teams haven't been as good. But for me, I think that's doing a disservice to how good the other teams have been.
Which is how I see it. I've always seen it like that, to be fair. But yeah. So what are you asking? What are you saying?
So my it's kind of like a segue and just an overarching conversation.
Yeah.
And I was basically looking back at the Arsenal games this season, and tell me if you agree. I can't really remember every single Champions League game, but I would argue that the only time fixtures this season where it's felt like the teams have basically just parted their legs for us and just given us the 3 points is Leeds when we played them, because obviously they were fresh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one we slapped them 5-1, Gyökeres scored 2.
Slide tackle, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that slide tackle was even a flare call. Fuck you know.
Yeah. I think one of them was like a tap in. Was it the Ez? I can't remember, but no, that was a different game. But he scored 2 goals that game.
He ran in with the ball was bouncing, bubbling.
Oh yeah.
That was the goal. Bro, you don't even get it. That's the goal. I did this. This guy's a fraud. I said, he's gonna fool everyone. I done this. I said, this guy's a fraud. Because that didn't fool me. I was like, what am I seeing? I've never seen a goal like that in the Emirates. I've never ever seen a goal like that in the Emirates, bro. Never.
Some would say that. Some would see the silver lining in that, and this is where you're gonna come across negative and me come across positive. But
beautiful.
Some would see the silver lining in that and say, "Yeah, like we've needed a striker that could just score with a slide tackle and with a wrestling."
We should have slide tackled against Liverpool. 0. We scored 0 goals against the champions this season. 0.
It's dark still. Okay, so what was I even saying? Oh yeah, so Leeds was a gimme. West Ham, Nottingham Forest when we played them under.
I remember the Forest. What's the West Ham though?
West Ham, I'm pretty sure we slapped them 3. I think.
At the Emirates.
I think so.
I don't remember. I remember the Forest. I remember the Leeds.
Let me check.
Yeah,
we beat them 2-0 in October. Who scored? Rice and Saka. Yeah.
So we said about that.
So I feel like those are the only 3 games this whole season that the teams basically laid down and gave us the 3 points. Every other game has been very difficult, bro. We've had to genuinely earn and deserve every single win.
Bro, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah? That Leeds game, was it not 1-0 at half time? Did we not explode into goals?
I think you might be right, you know.
From what I remember, because
5-0 even, 5-0.
Yeah, it was 5-0, but I remember like we exploded into goals in the second half.
Nah.
I don't know. Are you checking?
Yeah, I'm checking now. So Timber scored 34, and then Saka scored in injury time, first half, so 56 minutes basically. So we were 2-0 up at half time.
Oh, okay.
And then we scored one 48, and then another one 56. So we were 4-0 up after 56 minutes. But you're right. 2 of the goals came just before the end of the first half.
Yeah, because I remember it was like low block.
Yeah.
You know, by the time it gets to 30 minutes and it's 0-0, you know how the Emirates
yeah.
I feel like I just remember that. That's why I said that. But okay, cool, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm with that, man. I've always said like it's different now, isn't it? Prem money is different. Players, teams are different. Teams that like Bournemouth, Brighton, like teams that were yo-yo teams are established Premier League teams because there's quality everywhere in the Prem. There's quality. You've got West Ham that have players like Lucas Paqueta. You know what I'm saying? You've got that. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got people like Callum Hudson-Odoi. This is a proper player, isn't it? English talent that was linked to Bayern not too long ago. Obviously, injuries or whatnot, it didn't work out. But my point is, you can run through every team, and probably name at least 3 players that you would scare your team.
Yeah, and that could even start in some of the bigger teams, you know.
Or
at least, like Murillo for me starts at Man City.
Or even Semenyo, but it's happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gay. You know what I mean? It's happening. It's actually happening in our faces. Tielemans could slide in that Man City team. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know
but he's playing at a top 3 team though. You know what I mean? So.
But obviously, Villa weren't always this team. Villa got relegated about 10 years ago.
He's part of that though. He's part of them because I wanted Tielemans. You know when it was between Odegaard,
I remember.
Madison.
Yeah,
Do you remember that summer? And
I remember.
Tielemans. Tielemans
I
was the
I know
early
who I
link.
wanted. That's what I remember. Yeah, of course.
I wanted Tielemans first, you know.
I wanted Tielemans as well, bro. But they told me he can't run. They told me he has no legs.
You know, but let's not be disingenuous with that, because as good as Tielemans is, personally, I don't watch him week in, week out, innit?
Yeah.
And I do feel like he's good, but we can't overlook it. But he's fantastic. He's worthy of the respect that we're giving him in this conversation.
It's praised. Fam, the guy's quality. I can confidently watch him enough to
Rodgers makes it into any team in the league.
You know what I'm saying? But even I want to drop who else? I want to drop to teams that aren't even in that. What about Ndai, Everton?
Yeah, bro.
Ndai, Everton.
Who else? Palace obviously got Mateta.
Yeah. Who else? Wharton.
Yeah.
That's another one. Anderson. That's 17th place. Ridiculous. That guy's absolutely ridiculous. Guy's such a he's a terror.
Leeds got Calvert-Lewin, who is playing better than all of our strikers this season.
Calvert-Lewin's hot and cold though. You know what I mean?
He is hot and cold, but we can hand on our heart say that he's doing better than Isak, Gyökeres, Sesko. Who else? Obviously not Haaland. Obviously not Ekitike. He's doing better than my client at Aston Villa.
Absolutely.
So he's doing better than a lot of he would comfortably right now, like on form, he'll be playing over a lot of our strikers. Absolutely. Who's your Brazilian client? Thiago mashing it up. Brighton have the likes of Mitoma,
Welbeck,
Belieber. Fulham got a few. Iwobi mashing it up.
I feel like Iwobi's at his level though.
No, he's at his level, but what we're saying is that he's one of those players. Obviously, we're judging him differently because he played for Arsenal, innit? We know he's not, but if we didn't have that experience with him, he will be comfortable adding him to this list of people that we're naming.
You know what? Do you know why? Do you know where my apprehension came from? Just the Nigeria game I just watched. That's what it was. Because you lot play. Who did they play? Morocco, and it's like they played Morocco, right? Yeah, it was Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco. Yeah, he was missing still.
But he could definitely. Yeah, he's at his level because I think Fulham are a good team. Fulham are top half, like Europa, I believe. Yeah, he's at his level, man. Good player, definitely a very good player.
Wilson,
good player, but he's another player I think's at his level. But me saying he's at his level is no part because Fulham are in the top half of the Prem.
Yeah, Leno's a better keeper than for me, Man United's keeper, Chelsea's keeper.
Who, Lam? I don't really know too much about Lamens.
No, Leno. Oh, you're saying Lamens. Bro, Lamens ain't been fantastic, but he's been decent.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I know Man U fans have had a lot of good things to say about him. But even keepers, I was thinking of your client, Kelleher.
There you go, bro.
Kelleher's been good.
Keeper. Sells is a bad man keeper, bro.
Yeah, but Sells ain't been playing though, you know.
Well, he played today, boy.
Surprisingly.
He played today, boy.
You know what? You see that Saka save here? I think it's a bit overrated, you know. Obviously we're not going back into Arsenal. We're just speaking about Sells. I don't feel like the header was in the corner. I feel like it was more of the fact that he couldn't see it and he saw it last minute. It was a reaction save.
It's that as well. But it's one of those looping ones, bro. And a lot of the time, those looping ones they can catch you out, especially like you said, especially when you see it last minute.
Yeah, see it last minute.
But then also, bro, there's a corner. I'll send it in the group chat that Declan Rice took this game. Mm-hmm. You know, if Sells made a save on the corner, bro, like that ball was going in the back of the net directly. I'll send it in the group chat. It doesn't look like it until you analyze the video, bro. That one there was creeping in.
Speaking of Rice, so even someone like Rice, a couple years ago, obviously I've been a big fan of Rice for a very long time, and one of the reasons why we lost the Prem was that Rice Partey incident at the bowling ground when Partey tried to dribble. So deep it now. You see how you know Rice. So imagine the insult of Partey trying to dribble past Rice like that. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
So it's like even players like Rice that will be at West Ham, and it's like obviously now you're Arsenal, so there's more eyes on you. So now everyone can
course.
verify you. That's what I'm saying. There's players like that everywhere. Back to the centre back talk we was talking about for Liverpool. But yeah, bro. They're just the Premier League
It's stacked.
stacked,
team.
man. Right. I'm just trying to think. I know I'm forgetting players. I'm gonna be so pissed when we finish this. Bournemouth, my client Krupi, but he doesn't start.
Oh, but
Start
he's
a
a
lot.
top player, man. He'll get a move. He'll get a move still.
Yeah, he's young though, so even I think he should chill because he's young. Like, just play. At least you're in the Prem. Just play. Just keep playing because he's young. He's a teen. He's a teenager.
Yeah.
He's a
He
teen.
should. He should still, and they should keep him for a little while still. Sunderland, we haven't even discussed Sunderland, bro.
Sunderland, Siddiqui. I didn't realize Siddiqui was that young.
How old is he?
20. I think he just turned 21. I think he was away in AFCON. He was in the AFCON, was he not?
Wow.
Siddiqui, because it was he was the one that was partnering Xhaka until he had to go to the AFCON. But I can't remember, was he Congolese? I think he's Congolese. Noah Siddiqui got an assist today. Yeah. I know Mukiele because Mukiele was in Paris. I know Viv will know Mukiele a lot.
Yeah.
Xhaka,
also you can't obviously Lefebvre. How do you say it?
Enzo Lefebvre.
Yeah, top player, man.
Top player. Even Brian Brobby, he's someone I heard of years ago for Ajax. And I think he got a move somewhere and it didn't work. And after this is like his redemption coming to Sunderland.
Man.
He's a, you know what I mean? He's a handful. He scored against us in the last minute.
Yeah, man. It's like, bro, like it's crazy. And that's why I find that argument disingenuous. I know people are salty that their teams aren't particularly doing well. But bro, just look at the last few game weeks. Yeah, the form guys have never looked so colorful in my life. From top to bottom, bro.
Too colorful.
Like Liverpool have drawn their last 4 games. Liverpool have drawn their last 4 games. Man City have lost their last game and drew the 3 before that. Arsenal obviously still has the best form in the league. Draw, and then 4 wins in a row. Chelsea are probably Chelsea are second best in the league right now.
Brentford. I know Brentford lost today.
Brentford, sorry, not Chelsea. Chelsea's form guide is disgusting. Yeah, they won today, but before that they hadn't picked up a single win, drawn 3, lost 2. So Brentford are second best on the form guide in the league.
Yeah, it makes sense. Leeds be up there.
Leeds, let's see Leeds.
Leeds should be up there.
Nah. Leeds form guide is not good, bro. They won their last one, obviously. But then lost and then drew the last 3 and then 1-1.
Oh, do you know what I'm saying? But just because of where they were and the amount of points they've amassed. Because you know how you said a winning 3 draws where they are is gold. You know what I mean? It's absolutely gold.
Two wins and 3 draws in their last 6. That's a decent amount of points. Yeah.
So that's what in context. That's what I meant.
But bro, other than that, these it's crazy, man. You got to give credit to these teams. Like, none of us are having an easy time, basically, in terms of the top teams.
No game is easy. I just believe Arsenal are the best team, so that's why I'm very confident. I just believe, like right now, what I see from everyone, Arsenal are head and shoulders above everyone else. Yeah, head and shoulders above everyone else.
I don't think head and shoulders.
What are you saying? Just head.
My fear is is the pressure. This is crunch time now, bro. Like we managed to get a lead, but this ain't the first time we've had a relatively comfortable lead. And for me, we act a bit different under pressure when it comes to this portion of the season.
But I'd say it's the first time we've been the best team in the league. I don't see the gap closing.
Genuinely, we are genuinely the best team in the league.
This is the first time we have been.
And that's I agree.
I haven't said this before. So even when F said it last year, it's void that we are now. Said it, we weren't.
Yeah, it's true.
So I agree. I don't see the gap closing, bro. I do not see this gap closing. I don't see the gap closing.
But then we also now have to factor in the fact that City, they're not feeling sorry for themselves like Liverpool. Liverpool are done. Man City just signed Semenyo and Guehi.
Yeah, of course.
So we have to bear that in mind. That can help them get through certain games that they would have dropped points in.
Their team's still not better than ours, though. For sure, but their team's still not better than ours. And they'll still drop points with these additions. It's just not 100%. As much.
100%.
Even that guy that played, Max Alains, it's the first time I've ever seen him. He's actually not bad. He's not bad. You see when Pep plays players and you think, what's Pep on? But it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Pep knows these guys. The guy's not
Is that
bad.
the brother from Watford?
Yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad. Still, even though he got hooked at half time, he's not. He got hooked at half time still.
Nah, that's dark. Nah, you can't say he's not bad, bro. Because I didn't watch today, but from what I've heard from the City fans and what I've witnessed in the highlights and in the game that I saw him, he's not the level to come in and help Man City win a title.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Do you get it? So I partially agree with you. In fact, I do agree with you, and that's part of the reason why I am still confident that we're going to win this league.
Yeah.
But my irritation comes from the fact that we can't keep on hoping. For me, basically, what I'm trying to say is, look, the City game is coming up, innit? We're going to the Etihad. If they take points off of us, that could reduce the gap to something that's very uncomfortable. And that's bearing in mind that we might. That's bearing in mind that we're still on the same points distance.
Yeah,
between us.
we're gonna go there and win, man. We're going to the Etihad and we're leaving with 3 points.
We've never done that, bro.
Oh, there's the first time for everything, and this one's gonna be so sweet. This one's gonna be so sweet, man.
I remember when Martinelli scored that deflection goal, and we were so happy at the Emirates when we beat them.
Oh, that was the first. That's when we popped our virginity. That was the first. Wait, hold on. Who got the assist though?
Who was it? Kilikai.
Yuck. Yeah, I'll never forget because it was a trio of subs that were all involved in the goal. I think Tomiyasu came on, Martinelli, and Havertz. I miss Thomas Partey, man. But anyways,
I every now and again I think about that, but I don't at the same time because I think Zubimendi's been so good.
So good. But I just, you know what I mean? It's just when you certain positions when you change it, it's like, damn, man.
Yeah, he's a certain level of quality and flair in that midfield. Like
he's not even getting his contract renewed at Villarreal, from what I saw.
Yuck! Is it injuries?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just remember I've got a wild TL. I get so much weird teams news. I don't know what it was.
I ain't seen that one still. All I've been seeing is the Dembele goal, fam.
Ah, that one was naughty still.
Yeah,
absolutely naughty.
Where's he been? Has he been injured?
Yeah, he has been injured. It's like since he got the Ballon d'Or, he ain't really kicked ball. It's the curse of the Ballon d'Or, bro.
Yuck.
Curse of the Ballon d'Or still.
Yuck, man. Okay, well, last thing I'll ask you before I let you go, my brother.
Yeah.
Is Champions League action is back this week.
Mm-hmm.
Should we just quickly have a run through all of the fixtures?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's see. Obviously, we know who we're playing as Arsenal fans. We got Inter Milan, and we are away for that game. Whew, that's not going to be easy.
I didn't even know we had Inter. I thought we had. I thought you saw the team we have after Inter. I thought we had
Karat or something.
Yeah,
Karat.
But that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the important games, obviously, Man City are playing Bodo Glimt. This is an easy week for them. They should, if they beat Man United this week would have been a fantastic springboard for the up and coming running because they would have had Wolves and Bodo Glimt. Napoli, Copenhagen.
Who's home?
Copenhagen at home.
Oh, okay.
So let's say it in order. Yeah, okay. Inter Milan versus Arsenal.
Easy game, that one. But okay.
So Inter Milan versus Arsenal. Olympiacos versus Bayer Leverkusen.
Okay.
Madrid versus Monaco.
Okay.
Sporting versus PSG.
Okay.
Spurs versus Dortmund. Villarreal versus Ajax.
Mendes back at his old team. Who did you say after Sporting PSG?
Tottenham versus Dortmund. They're both shit.
Okay. Dortmund wanted.
Did they?
Yeah. No, they were on my slip still. But yeah, you're not wrong.
Villarreal, Ajax. And then Wednesday, let me just do the important ones. Oh, Galatasaray, Atletico.
Okay.
That's interesting. Atalanta, Athletic Club.
Okay.
Bayern Munich versus Union St. Julius. I feel like Bayern are always playing easy teams in the flipping. Bro, why haven't we played none of these bum teams yet?
We got Dory the last game, innit? We'll see Ethan. Beautiful.
Chelsea versus Paphos. Yeah, all the rest of the games are kind of meaty.
David Luiz against his old team. Proof.
Yuck. Juve, Benfica, Marseille, Liverpool.
Ooh.
Is that Greenwood?
Oh, it is indeed.
Ooh, that could be. Hey, he could slap them, you know.
He could. I'm going to show you my slip for that game. He guaranteed will. He'll want to. He'll relish it. He'll relish it. What? The ops.
Yo, Newcastle, PSV, and then Slavia Prague versus Barca. So really,
No.
the big game of that whole lineup really is Arsenal, you know.
Yeah, I need to see the league. I want to see the league. I'm going to see the league closer to it, just so because certain games don't mean nothing when I'm hearing you say it, but in context with where the positions are, it's like, oh shit. But there's only 2 games left, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna finish second, unless we lose both our games. Really and truly,
We're topping it.
yeah, we're top. We should be finishing second. Actually, no. There's up until 5th. The top 5 teams outside of ourselves can obviously overtake us in those 2 games.
The other one is a defo 3 points, and then this one is the interesting one. The Inter
I would
one.
have taken the draw because
You said you what?
I would have taken a draw in Inter game if it
Yeah,
meant we won today.
Yeah, fairs.
That's how I see it. That's why I say the rotation thing was dumb in my opinion.
Mm.
Because what's the point in what now? You're gonna play Saka versus Inter when we got Man United on the weekend? That don't make no sense.
We might have to play both, man. That's just.
Then why not start him for this game? Because then we could have been 9 points clear, go into that Inter game with pressure off our shoulders, and then play Man United with a comfortable cushion.
Yeah, I hear it, bro, but it doesn't always work like that, man. Because Saka could have started, and we still couldn't have won.
Yeah, I agree, but for me, Saka's the starter for a reason, isn't it?
I definitely hear you, but due to his
same thing as Trossard.
Due to Saka's recent performances, he's put himself in a position where his starting position against Forest wasn't guaranteed. That's down to the player.
No, I disagree with that, bro.
But he hasn't been good. He hasn't been good though the last 3-4 games. He hasn't.
It's not about it. No, he has been good because even if you look at the Chelsea game, the moment where people say, "Oh, he should have passed it to Thing," he did that whole thing by himself. He got us that goal pretty much by himself.
Cool. I'm not saying nothing about that. Yeah, no, that's. I'm not complaining. I don't give a shit.
He's the one that intercepted the ball, won us back possession,
and then gave it to Ben White, right?
What? Yeah, but before that, he won a throw in as well. Yeah. Received the ball, held on to the ball, played it to Ben White. Like he got us that goal.
Yeah, no, for sure. But the Saka we know is capable of bigger and better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's still. This is what I'm saying. He's still having impact on games, and for me, that's enough. And not only that, because everyone always likes to do this the GA thing when it's convenient. Yeah, but when it comes to Saka, Saka helps us in the game. Whenever we're playing, in my head, I keep thinking, oh, as soon as I see Saka get the ball, I'm thinking, brother, we need to get him the ball as much as possible because he's our threat.
Yeah, for sure. Like even if he doesn't get the GA, even if you give the ball to him, and anything on his side, yeah.
And that's why I say he's important to start because not that I don't feel that way with Noni, but the last few times I've seen Noni play, he hasn't been as good as he was in the earlier parts of the season.
No, I hear it, but like, yeah, sometimes Saka you're gonna have to hold the bench, man. It's the gift and curse of squad depth, man. It's just what it is.
Not today, man. Rest them against Inter, man.
With the quality we have, we should be beating Forest without Saka.
Yeah, but again, this is
why all I can do is Martinelli shouldn't have missed that chance, because if Martinelli scores that chance, it's a different game and everything looks like it works. So it's like, I get what you're saying. You're not wrong, bro. But I'm saying you can't, because this is the same argument. We're running Saka into the ground. Get squad depth so we can rest him. Yeah. Because we don't know if he's going to start against Inter. We're just assuming here. I'm not. Well, you're just assuming it. We don't even know. He might, because he didn't start against Chelsea, did he? No, he did, but he didn't start against Portsmouth. So it's like you just don't even know because he's
been rested well, and that's what I'm saying. Just rest him against Inter, bro. Like instead of this game. This game, I think we needed him, man. I get he started midweek, but yeah, like if I hear it, man. Last year, that was a pen, by the way.
You think? I don't think it was.
How can that not be a pen?
Do you know what it is? Do you know what? Even if it is or isn't, I don't want to put the game down to that moment.
I'm not putting it down to that moment because we should have won regardless. But what
Yeah,
I'm saying is, for me, it's a Stonewall penalty.
I just the way I view handball. Obviously, I know it's different now. Like since I've started watching the football till now, the handball rules had so many different variations. I know what a handball is. Do you know what I mean?
And is that handball?
That to me is not handball.
Why?
Because he hasn't. It's not a deliberate handball.
Yes, it is.
No, he hasn't. So you're telling me Ola Aina deliberately handballed that ball?
Yes, bro.
No, then we're gonna have to agree to disagree, bro.
So what was he doing?
I think he's trying to shepherd. I feel like he's anticipating maybe someone coming from that angle where his hand is. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know his stance. Like, you know how certain men have their stance of playing, their body. That's his body. That's how he does his thing, innit? His hand is always like, if he wants to.
Man can't do that, bro. Man can't be doing the nuance. Like, oh, Ola Aina Sterling runs like this, so that means that's not how it works, bro.
But then cool. But do you know why they didn't give the pen? Back to what you just said. Because his body was in a natural position. And if you watch Ola Aina as much as I do, that's his natural stance.
No, bro. He scooped the ball with his hand, bro. He was trying to prevent it from going out for a corner.
No. I didn't see it.
He was, bro. He was.
I didn't see it that way, man.
He was, bro. This the thing. Football decisions like that are meant to be black and white.
But they're not. And we know they're not.
Man can't be adding bare nuance to it, bro.
Yeah, this is why they didn't give it. Because of the nuances involved.
No, because then you can use any nuance to not give any handball, bro.
Yeah,
no one there's very few times where a man handballs it deliberately. Like, oh, I'm gonna like we know the times where a man's trying to handball it deliberately, and that happens 1% of the time, bro.
Yeah, that's very rare. Yeah, for sure.
So it's not about whether he meant it. Yes, he was trying to shepherd the ball so that it doesn't go out, and he happened to use his arm. So that means it's a penalty.
They're even saying it hit his shoulder before it hit his hand.
It didn't, though.
That's what they said. I don't even know. But I saw it, and I was just like, man, just because of the way I saw it, it's like, yeah, I just feel like if it was given against us as well, I feel like that would be soft.
No, if I saw one of my players do that, bro, I swear down, I'll say you're an idiot.
The first,
I'll say you're an idiot, bro. That's the real spill, bro. And I'll say, raw, we got away with one there. Do you get it?
Like Odegaard at Anfield. I'll never forget that one.
Yeah.
And even that one is the same. I'll give you the same argument. I still don't, even though it was a handball, I don't think he meant it.
He did it, but you don't need to mean it, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's where the nuance is, because it's all down to personal how you see it, personal interpretation, you know?
Yeah.
I'm talking about VAR in it, because obviously someone else in VAR could have given that pen if it was a different person that was at Stockley.
And why I think it's disingenuous as well is that this season they've been sending the referees over to the monitor a lot more. We know for a fact that the referee didn't see that in the moment, because how can he see it? Because Ola Aina's body is literally covering the ball, and there's even another defender there as well. So the referee didn't see it. So you guys have the opportunity. It was even a corner, so it was a set play. You paused the game. You could have paused it for longer. I've seen you pause things for 5 minutes this same weekend, bro. Like, why are you flipping? Why don't you send him to the monitor so that he can have another look himself? Like that. For me, that was just a disingenuous, very disingenuous decision, in my opinion. But you're right. It's not the reason why we lost, but it's the same thing with the City thing. They can complain about the red card. We can complain about this. Either way, they can complain about Dallo not getting a red card. But either way, they lost 11 men v 11. Either way, we had 90 minutes to win that game and we didn't. So
Dallo's the incident in that game, Dallo's one was more of a red card and our one was a penalty.
No way.
I think personally.
I disagree absolutely. That one there, I personally think it's a red card.
You think red, yeah?
I think it's a red.
Yeah, no, I can't argue with anyone that thinks it's a red. Fair enough, I hear it.
Yeah, but I can understand why the referee didn't give it. It was like in the Man City game where we played, where who was it that should have got sent off? Was it Gundogan or was it Bernardo Silva? Kovacic, sorry. Where's he, by the way?
Injured, bro. That's another one of my clients, man. I don't know where he is. It's injured.
Nasty work, man. They need him right now, bro.
But yeah, man, need him. Like,
that one there, the referee said, "Oh, he didn't want to ruin the spectacle. He didn't want to ruin a big game." I feel like it was a bit of that with the Man City one. Like, they didn't want to ruin it because of something that was, like you said, arguably an amber, but in the cold, hard light of day, it was a red card.
You think?
Bro, it studs up on the knee, bro. I saw Saliba give away a penalty for a clash of heads, bro.
Yeah, well, that's a penalty and a red card, bro. Two different things.
Yeah, but it's a penalty. The definition of a penalty is serious foul play. And there's nothing more serious foul play than a knee on the. I mean,
Really?
a stud on the knee. Or the only thing that's more blatant is a stud to the head, for me. Because if you're gonna give a red card for anything above the ankle, you gotta give that, bro.
I guess it's the force,
Bro, did you see what they sent Rashford off for last season, bro? Was it Rashford? For some dumb shit. My man was doing a skill.
But do you know what? You know what, bro? Yeah, that's when you get into a slippery slope. Because even they don't even stay consistent with themselves. They change rules every season. So what was a red card last season won't be a red card now, and for penalties as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Handballs, It's getting changed every season.
Yeah,
so it's hard to like.
Yeah, 100%. But for me, that's why all the nuance thing for me is air, because it's like this is why we need to keep it objective. If it studs to the knees, it's a foul. It's a red card, in my opinion. If you handle the ball in the box, whether it's for me,
was it knee? It was shin. I say it was shin.
It was his knee, bro. It was like.
Was it his knee? Okay, cool. Dora, I'll see it, man. It's gonna be a first match today. I'm up, so I'm still gonna watch match today.
Yeah, we'll review, man.
Game is last for sure, boy.
Nasty work, man. Rubbish, man. But anyway, my bro, it's been special. This one, very special.
Pull up, man. Mex says, when Mex said a certain thing, I was like, yeah, Mex, forget it.
Forget about it, man. But it's calm. We'll probably try to get another one in next week.
No stress, my boy.
Calm, my bro. Guys, for those of you who see this in hindsight, obviously I'm uploading this onto my channel as well. I've been going ham on YouTube still.
Love that.
So hopefully a couple people see this.
Man, they want more content, man.
Yeah, they do, man. We just gotta be consistent, because I can sit in front of the computer by myself as much as I want, but having these conversations, bro, it hits different. Do you know what I mean?
For sure, bro.
Yeah, man, we'll try to get a couple of these in a week.
There's any, you know what I'm saying? Anything we want to do that's not against the norm, but maybe, you know what I mean, just as well as talking about the games.
Yeah, no, there's a lot we could do. So I want to even try and get some guests on as well. Okay. I know a couple girls that are Arsenal fans. Maybe try to get some unorthodox supporters in here. Maybe some people that could support other teams. Sunderland, that would be nice. Newcastle, could get Viv on to give us a Paris.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So I'm sure there's a lot we could do, and I've been trying to hold more evergreen content as well. So maybe talking about some bigger debates in the game of football. You know, like what was in the chat the other day with the KDB rank, where he ranks.
I was working. I couldn't get involved. I just saw when you heard me. What was it? What were you lot saying? KDB, Modric?
No, basically the first question I asked was, okay, this is the first fact. The La Liga all-time 11 is better than the Prem all-time 11, right?
Oh, is it? Are you asking me?
Yeah.
The La Liga obviously is. Where are the 11s? And is it like a common thing where everyone has the same team, or are we making our own teams?
You can kind of make your own team, but if I tell you what other people define as like their best La Liga team, quickly, Ronaldinho left wing, Ronaldo striker, Messi right, midfield Zidane, Xavi, Iniesta. This is what this person's put. Left, I can't even see, but let's just say Alba.
What you say you can't even see? What do you mean?
Because I took a screenshot from TikTok, so my man's head's covering it.
Okay.
I'm assuming, let's say Alba, or who else could you put? Roberto
Carlos, yeah.
That
would be mine. Marcelo.
Yeah. Marcelo. And then you got Ramos, Puyol, Alves, and Casillas.
Okay.
And then the Prem one is they put Ronaldo on the left.
This is where it's going to be interesting.
Henry up top, Salah right wing, KDB, Steven Gerrard, Lampard, Ashley Cole. I can't see the person that's there with Ferdinand.
Probably Terry. I'd say Terry.
Yeah, probably Terry or Van Dijk.
Okay.
Trent and Schmeichel.
Okay.
So which 11 do you think is better?
La Liga.
Yeah. So then forget who else from the Prem team could make it in. Let's talk about KDB. Would KDB make it into? Because someone said to me, this is the reason why I started, because someone wanted to argue with me on one of my YouTube comments, saying that the Prem team is better, number one. And I said, name 3 of those Prem players that get into the La Liga one. And he named KDB. He only named KDB. So that's when I said, let me come and ask the man there. Would KDB actually even make it into that La Liga 11 with Xavi, Iniesta, and Zidane? And then there were other names that the man were mentioning, like Luka Modric, Toni Kroos. What's that? Busquets. Who else is there? I'm missing a few. I put the list up on my thing.
Casemiro.
Casemiro. Yeah, Casemiro.
Honorable shout out.
Yeah. So would KDB make it in to a top 3 for you?
It's mad art. It's mad. It's just too. It's too much art. There's too much players, isn't it? It's like there's no yes or no.
But would he make it over Modric and Xavi? Would you take out Xavi or Modric from that team?
I wouldn't, because Xavi and Iniesta, I do it off chemistry as well, bro. I take stuff too serious. You know what I'm saying?
Quirky thing.
I'm too quirky. Like even when you're doing the 4-3-3, I need to have like a CDM.
I knew you would do that.
I need to do it properly.
So that means there's only 2 spaces.
I'm not doing the best players, kind of thing.
Fairs.
You know what I'm saying? But okay, that's interesting still.
Yeah, but we'll have those kind of conversations. Maybe one episode a week we'll do like a nuanced one like that, and then another one we'll do like the roundup thing.
Say that again, bro.
I said maybe if we do 2 episodes a week, one episode we'll do like a nuanced thing like that, and then or whatever kind of evergreen subject, and then the other one will just be more weekly updates.
That's lit. I remember I came to my phone that day. I think I saw 200 unread messages. I was like, "Oh, you lot, man, I can't." You someone's But yeah, for sure.
All right, calm. Say nothing, my bro. Well, guys, peace. Like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video. If you can, follow us on all social media. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Mystic F
in the building. Baba J, man. Come on.
Bro.
Love, my bro.
In a bit, man. Take care, bro.
It's what the world been missing right here.